You are listening to my online friend's digital lobotomy, a houseband production. I'm working on a Goonie. 我全心全意的爱 houseband.
Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, I can identify that easily on the map because I became obsessed with being good at geography. I'm still awful at it, but I was taking the state test every single day for like 1 month to try and get 100%, and I never did.
Bro, I could do that, I think. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna lie.
You should definitely try because I bet you can't do it.
I don't think I could do it.
I
don't know
really
like
wanted to beat
shit
the
about
trope.
geography.
I wanted to beat the trope that Americans don't know about geography, but I couldn't even do it in our own country.
Yeah. Do you play GeoGuessr?
Is that what it is?
Do you know what GeoGuessr is? No. Oh, it's like a game where like, all right, so you know the Google Maps like Street View thing?
Yeah.
All right, so like GeoGuessr like drops you in a random like Street View location, and you have to guess where you are on the map of the world, not even just the U.S.
What? Okay. I'm
I have
down.
I have a homie who's like super good at it, and it's crazy. I'm like so bad at it.
Why is it?
He literally can almost always guess what country it's in.
Why does it say I need a pro subscription to play?
Oh,
They
what?
monetized it somehow.
Nah, what the fuck?
Maybe it's because I'm on my computer. I'll do it on my phone later.
It might be, yeah, there might be like an app or something. I've only played it on the computer, but it was free.
That is actually so fun. I'm gonna be doing that a lot.
Yeah, no, there's people on YouTube who are like crazy good at it, who can like guess pretty much like within a couple miles where they are.
Wait, I see these YouTubers having a tournament over it.
Yeah, no, it's insane. It's fucking
Tournament.
crazy.
What
Is
that what you be doing on YouTube?
Who, me? No.
Yeah.
There's
Watching.
one guy who I am subscribed to who does that, but he's also just like, I don't know, he's kind of like a freak, you know?
No, all this kid does on YouTube is watch Mr. Beast, bro. Like,
No, I do.
kind of crazy.
We were
Watch
just having
what?
we were having a conversation before you joined about how this whole Mr. Beast thing is happening. And like people keep telling me like, oh, you gotta check out this Mr. Beast, like this whole fucking thing. I'm like, bro, I'm not like 10 years old. Like,
Wait, what's happening with him right now? I'm just now catching up on all the sketch beat, and I'm so late.
Catching up on what?
Sketch?
All the sketch stuff.
What
is it
stuff?
that retarded dude or the special needs dude that said he was gay and everyone's like, nah, you can't be gay, bro?
Yeah, he got. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong, but yeah, he got caught like he did nothing wrong, doing like gay porn and shit. And his outfits are so sick. Honestly, he looks like he should be dabbling.
Wait, who is this? I gotta look this up.
Sketch.
He's like a
his name is
streamer or
just
something.
Sketch. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess he faked autism or something too, right?
That's everyone right now.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was autistic.
Oh, this dude looks he's got something for sure.
I just thought he was. I just thought he had gamer face.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was
Mountain Dew
all
stare.
in the gay porn shit, dude. I mean, no hate though.
He's hilarious.
Bro, wait, hold up. What? That's insane.
But it's all because.
Wait, what are his fits? All I'm seeing is just him with like Texans jersey on.
What is what?
What are his outfits? I'm just seeing photos of him with like a Texan.
Oh well, you gotta break into the gay porn shit because.
Oh.
You gotta look up
because his normal outfits are nothing to talk about.
Oh no. One of the first images I see on Google Images is him taking a photo with Mr. Beast.
Yeah, bro.
Do you see him in his like his little like Wonder Woman costume? He looks great.
That. He pampered himself up, and now he's just like no, I'm actually autistic. and I smell like shit, and I want to look like that. It kind of reminds me of the Isaiah Rashad thing, where there was like a video of him giving fellatio, and people were like,
Oh,
"Oh
word.
nah, oh hell nah."
I feel like I remember that.
I do.
Same with who was that rapper?
That.
Wasn't there like there was like okay XXX Tentacion and fucking there was like a porn house where they filmed porn where like Ski Mask the Slump God and fucking X and
Nah,
that
I
other
never knew about
rapper,
those.
you know?
Nah, bro.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure I knew about that then, but
There's some lore. Yeah, there's some lore. It was like, damn, who made that, bro? Who made that rap song that was like called like I'm a but then like people were like, "Oh, you can't say that. You cannot be saying that." And he was like, "Nah, I mean it in a different way."
wait,
Denzel
that's
Curry.
Denzel
Denzel
Curry.
Curry.
Oh, that fool.
Yeah, yeah. He was also
That's
involved in the.
literally me and my friends saying faggot all the time. I
Yeah.
mean it different.
Yeah. No, same. Let's see. Yeah, no, the song is called. I don't know. I remember when this dropped, and everybody was
I
like,
do not remember this dropping.
"I remember when this dropped. It was 7 years ago. It has 7 million views on YouTube. This music video." Yo, the top comment is imagine Kendrick Lamar and Denzel Curry making a song. Dude, can you imagine?
Can you imagine that, bro? I'm
Bro,
so
I was watching the Cardi like documentary thing last night just for the, I only got 7 minutes in because I low key kind of got bored. But fucking the top comment was like, bro, this documentary is so boring. It would have been so cool if it was like edited by the dudes at OG. And I was like,
Wait.
That's a
bro,
crazy.
like what? They make music videos.
What documentary does she have?
Cardi?
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi, not Cardi B.
Oh.
Yeah. There's like somebody leaked like a bunch of footage from a Cardi documentary that was gonna like drop. I can send. I'll put the link. I'll put the link in the general.
Drop the link. I want to watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It was cool. I think I was just understimulated or something.
You know, the only documentary I've
system.
ever watched and not gotten anything out of, and not like documentaries make you like fall in love with people you don't even care about. Not even fall in love, but it's like, okay, I'm a fan. I appreciate
Right.
fucking Travis Scott.
Oh.
This was a long time ago. Whenever that
Yeah.
dropped, that was the only one I've ever watched, and I'm like, I know nothing more about you, and you're no more charming than you started.
Nah, I totally feel
He's
that. I
kinda
remember
boring.
watching that and just being like,
So
bro,
boring.
he feels like such a plant. I don't know.
He totally is, bro. I mean,
like I liked, Rodeo and I liked fucking, some of his early music or whatever, but like I don't know, man. Like when what was it called? Fucking something world.
Astro World,
Astroworld.
Astro World.
Gay World.
That was the fall of it all. I was like, Astro World, this album sucks.
I had friends who were
I
like
just think that's
into
like
it. Like,
Yeah. Nah, fuck that.
that's just impressive to me that
That
you
you can
can have
make a like 2-hour documentary and just
you
I
got
feel
2
no
hours. Give us
attachment.
nothing. Give us nothing.
Yeah. If anything, it was just I don't know. It was like, I mean, the part where like he's getting all mad that his album isn't going #1 or whatever, and I'm just like, bro, like
grown
such
ass
a
man.
mid album, like
Grown ass man. By the
Delete.
way.
yeah.
I did really this is nobody agrees with me, but I really do like the Uzi Kanye Travis song Watch. Do you remember when that dropped?
Wait, which song?
Watch.
Watch.
I just really like it because Kanye has a line that's like, "Never trust a bartender that don't drink, bitch."
Oh, that shit, bro. I forgot about that song.
Every
That
time a
song was
bartender
actually
at
kind
work
of
was
fire.
sober, I have to drop that line on them.
That song was fire. What the fuck? That dropped 6 years ago? Hold on. No, that wasn't 6 years ago, right?
That absolutely was.
Nah.
Old.
That was a long time ago in life.
Nah, what the fuck? That just like hurt my brain.
Just figuring out how old you are, bro.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah,
Wait,
no, that'd be happening.
How old are y'all again? We're the same age, one of us, right?
I'm because
I'm not
Oh hell no! I'm
not
this group chat.
revealing that, bro. I'm not gonna.
Okay. Yeah, wait, how old are you, Kimmie?
You
I
don't
don't
want
even
the
know.
big reveal?
Huh?
Can't be doing
You
all
don't
that.
reveal?
I don't want
I'm
to.
pretty sure Derek is 22.
Yeah, I'm 22.
I'm 29.
You're 29?
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Why do you not want to be?
No, I don't know. It just
That's a flex. That's a flex.
Is it a flex?
It's low-key a flex.
On who?
Huge.
Us aging Gen Zers over here.
Yeah, bro. Old ass niggas.
Or wait, Kimmie, are you're technically Gen Z or whatever, right? You're not a millennial, are you?
No. That's millennial age.
I think I'm on the cusp,
Okay. All right, you're safe. Um,
I'm on the cusp, but all my 22-year-old friends like will not stop calling me a millennial.
Oh shit, dude.
Just to
That's war, dude.
yeah, keeps calling me old.
yeah.
Yeah,
How often
Drop
do
the
I
M
do
word.
that?
like often.
Damn.
You're like, I don't. I feel like this is an established thing. Like I call you.
You call me
bro.
Lil
Is that
Bro.
just how everyone's moving?
Huh?
I call you Lil Bro because you're
That's exactly what I call my friend that calls me.
physically shorter than me, and also you're my nephew. You know what I
No,
mean?
I'm not, bro. I know
You're my
more. I
nephew.
know
I'm your
much more than you.
That's just our.
My web of knowledge is vast, my brother.
Bro, I'm gonna start reading books. All right.
I linked you a few books and you didn't even acknowledge it, dude. You were just like, I
don't know, man. I
What
think
were
I'm
the
just
book
gonna.
drops
I
so
don't
we can
even
judge?
know.
yeah.
It was. Yeah. What did you tell me to read?
Roger Zelazny, He Who Shapes, bro. It's a sci-fi novel, man. Like,
I don't think you said that to me.
I did,
No.
bro.
No, I don't think you told me that. No, I don't remember that.
Yo, you're lying. You're just here
I'm
lying.
not really. I mean, I know I said like fiction and nonfiction, but I don't know if I'm trying to read some Star Wars ass shit.
It's not
you know
some
what I mean?
Star Wars ass
I
shit.
can
This is
only
why
do
you can't
nonfiction.
read now, bro. You refuse knowledge. This is
I'm trying to get back into fiction because like I've never really read fiction outside of school.
and you haven't been to school in like 10 years, bro. No, I'm joking.
I am trying to get through one fiction book, but it's not my forte. I only like autobiographies.
I kind of I'm the same way. All the books I own are pretty much either autobiographies or books about like culture and fashion and shit.
Where does that get you, bro? Where does the Rick book? What knowledge do you now have after reading the Rick book?
I have a big Rick book. I read most of the Rick book. Some of the text is so like the layout of the Rick book is crazy. I love the Rick book though. But no, I don't know. I feel like I have a better understanding of Rick and where he comes from, you know? And I don't know. But nowadays I don't really like Rick. I'd be like, damn bro, you looking like Fashion Nova right now.
That's unfortunate, brother.
Only fucking with his wife. His wife is never looking Fashion Nova.
No, facts. I'm sure Michelle has like disdain for Rick's young boyfriend who, you know,
Is that his actual boyfriend?
who made yeah, what's his name?
Hmm.
The fuck is his name? Australian guy.
Tyrone.
I can't even remember. Tyrone Dillon. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Tyrone, came into Rick Owens around 2018 or something like that, and then became like an official collaborator / creative director type dude in like the early 2020s. I guess we're still kind of in the early 2020s, but yeah, that's why everything got real. Oh, what if we made this like? What if we made this like something you could wear to like? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, no, I don't really rock with Tyrone. Michelle
I did not know.
Ferrage.
I'm just learning of him right now.
What about
Yeah.
Tyrone, bro?
No, he's like my age and like dating Rick Owens. You know what I
It
mean?
looks like 20 times better than you. Might I add? Not hating, but
He's just like 6'4" and probably 130 pounds. So
yeah, exactly.
um,
You said a
let's see.
130, bro? I don't think he's 130.
Yeah, if I were to guess,
You said
if I were to get maybe like 145. I don't know.
true.
Let's see.
He's also like ripped.
Um,
Also, he could probably fuck you up, dude. If he hears
for
you
sure.
talking all this shit, man.
Nah.
Nah. True.
He's only 52.
Rick? Yeah, and then Michelle is like 25 or like 30 years older than him.
I know you were saying 25 period. I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah, and Michelle's like 25 years old.
aging
Yeah.
horrible.
It's kind of a
The story
corpse.
of Rick and Michelle is actually crazy. The story of how Rick and Michelle met is actually insane.
Is it a long story?
Not exactly. So like
Synopsis.
Michelle in like the 80s had like her brand Michelle Lammy, which was kind of cool. It was like, for the 80s it was like kind of interesting. And then Rick started interning there essentially. And then Michelle was like married at the time to some other dude. And then they had like Rick
22.
and Michelle had an affair. Yeah, Rick and Michelle had an affair, and then they ended up getting married. She divorced her husband for
Okay.
a young Rick Owens, a young buck.
A young strapping Rick Owens, dude.
I like how the
Yeah.
article I'm reading about them says, at first sight, an odd couple. He gay and controversial designer. Like
He gay.
he's gay.
He gay.
It's like
Gay
comma,
as shit. Yeah, yeah. He gay as shit.
gay.
Controversial designer.
He gay
There's
and
also
her fingers are dipped in henna. That's what
yeah. Bro, I love Michelle.
her photo shoots are sick.
Yeah, her vibe is insane. I feel like she has like an intoxicating vibe. Like if you were just like around her, you would just feel like drunk off like off her like
Vibes,
vibe.
dude.
Old. I'm like sick.
Mhm.
Wait, what were you saying, Kimmie?
Like she makes me excited to be old.
Nah, I feel that. Like she's
I'm like,
I don't
hey,
know.
it's gonna be sick to walk around as an old ass lady looking insane.
Hell yeah.
Like it's just fine.
Yeah. You definitely give me a Michelle Lammy kind of vibe.
I hope so because I love what she is throwing down.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I meant to check the books that Derek fucking recommended me.
Nah, nigga don't want to
Let's
read
see.
though.
Let's see what you.
That's something.
Nah, yeah. Let's see what you said.
But you got through them all?
Yeah.
Fuck with
Because
something.
I'd be recommending books that I read halfway. I have like 10 books that I've
Yeah.
read halfway on my bedside right now.
No, I'm the exact same way. I get like I just want I always want to like learn about multiple things, so it's hard for me to like fucking finish a book, you know?
That's why I'm like, should I restart my Adderall prescription
Hmm.
post college so that I can learn something.
I've always wondered this, but like, due to my diagnosis, they will not give me Adderall anymore.
Anymore?
Anymore. Yeah, no, when I was in high school, they were like, "Oh, he definitely just has ADHD or whatever."
And you were on it for a bit?
Yeah. I don't know if it was helpful though. I just felt, skinny and wired.
I refused to go back on. I like quit immediately when I finished school and was like, I will never take that again. But
Right,
now I'm
right.
like, I wonder if my like adult functioning system would be a bit better if I had some of that. Some of that. It felt like breaking through a fourth wall. I felt like I was understanding things I never understood before.
Oh, that's literally how it feels.
Like I was tripping or something.
Bruh.
I was like, my brain has. I like read notes and journal entries that I wrote when I was on it, and I'm like, damn, like I know I was there then, but like I'm just not that smart anymore. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yo, I feel that. I feel like I was way smarter like 4 years ago. I feel like I've become like just dumb. Like I don't know
Like
what's wrong with me.
emotional intelligence, I got you, but the capacity to remember information is out the window.
Yeah, I feel that.
My-
What was I gonna say? I kind of want to get into like herbal remedies and shit. I don't know. I'm kind of like, there's got to be natural, ways of feeling like this.
There's so many things. But there's so many moving parts too, because I'm like, I'm healthy in many ways, but I'm also ruining my body in others. And I feel like you have to be like up on top of all that shit and like watching all types of nutrients because there's so many different hormones going on.
Yeah.
But I got you
Yeah.
some.
That's the only thing with like supplementing shit. Like if you supplement like, I don't know, L-theanine or fucking like ashwagandha, all this shit, like you have to like be on top of nutritional shit as well. It's not just gonna work if you like, you know, don't fucking take care of yourself in other ways.
I think my caffeine intake is so overboarded and my cortisol levels are so insane.
Yo, same. But like I'm like fucking dude, okay, I love coffee, like I drink coffee every day, but like I feel like I'm becoming like really sensitive to coffee at the same time for some reason. Like I feel like coffee is making me somewhat like psychotic sometimes. like,
Go on. You-
like I just feel like I
I
get
drink
like
coffee
hella like
and
what'd you say?
I said I drank a cup of coffee and I killed someone.
Nah.
That's what's up, dude. With your car or with a rock?
I plead insanity.
Mhm.
What do you mean by that? How's it making you psychotic?
Oh, I feel like my thoughts like stop making sense sometimes. I feel like I'm just all over the place. Like I can't focus on one thing, and then I start having like weird paranoia and like I don't know, just like all over the fucking place.
Have you ever tried gamer subs?
What?
Gamer subs?
What the fuck?
Tried
Oh,
that.
gamers supplements?
You have?
No, I haven't. My boy does though, and he like I don't know. He's
It's
lost.
so good.
What does it do?
Wait, what is it?
It's like a pre-workout.
For not working
But it's not
out.
like the kind that gives you like yeah.
That's hard.
It's not the kind that makes you like get the pins and needles.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be for gamers, I guess, but it's like quote unquote like healthy. It honestly does have hella like vitamins and shit in it. Like when I take it a lot, my nails and my hair are strong as fuck. But it doesn't make you crash or anything. And they have crazy flavors like Joe Biden lean and like a bunch of anime titty characters and like grandpa
Yo,
patches.
nah, no way. I need this.
That's tough.
100%. I need that.
Yeah, they collab with with a bunch of YouTubers too, so it's funny. Like H3, I did not know how to coupon code, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why have I been paying full price this whole time?"
So wait, gamer
subs.
Why am
All
I?
right.
This is something that I can't shake the H3 fans. I'm always living with someone who's obsessed with H3 for the past 6 years.
Really?
What, H3?
Yeah, every house I've lived in has had one person who watched. Like Ethan's voice wakes me up in the morning.
Oh nah. Oh god, bro, that's been my past 2 girlfriends. Like, I'll be dating them, and then like 3 months in, I realize that they're really into H3, and I'm just like,
Really?
yeah, I don't know. Do you have an opinion on him? Do you have
Um,
do you fuck with him, or
I
do you not fuck with him?
I personally delved heavy into H3 only because I'm a Trisha Paytas fan.
Okay.
So when they had the podcast together, I was like,
Mm-mm.
okay, I missed the whole wave of him being like hella popular.
Right.
That was like my only exposure to him, and now I just don't really care about him either way.
Perfect.
Now that Trisha isn't involved, but I don't
More people gotta be like that.
like for some reason I don't really like his wife that much. I know that's like
Or
controversial,
what?
but he annoys me.
Gilda or whatever, or Gilda.
Ela.
God, you just made me Ela. I was like, you pronouncing it like that just made me short circuit into how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Real quick.
I
Gilda.
thought it was Jizda or whatever her name is.
I think she's so beautiful, and her fashion brand is cute for her. But for some reason, she was such a hater to Trisha that I'm like, you're not a girl's girl.
Damn, dude. Was there like
They just
infighting?
they give me hater vibes in general.
I said,
What'd you
was
say?
there infighting?
I don't know what you're saying.
Infighting with H3.
Infighting.
Like how
Oh, yes.
Ela was a hater on Trisha or whatever.
Yeah, they like, do you know anything about all this?
Somewhat. I know their names.
All the like, Trisha married Ela's brother.
Oh, because she has like a Jew fetish,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like
Precisely.
that big schlong of a nose.
And it made everyone get in a big family fight, I suppose.
Damn, dude.
Because there was lots of controversy around
Tough.
it. And the podcast had to break up. But the good news is Trisha has her BPD under control.
Let's go.
I could have guessed that she had something wrong
tough
with
feat.
her. Holy shit, that's lit. That's so sick, dude.
I just realized I never did a formal we're starting the pod, introduce Kimmie
Probably
over
because
here.
it's not a
So I'll
formal
just do that right
podcast,
now, I guess.
nigga. But okay.
I mean, I guess, I like to have a little intro to say who's on,
do it.
All right, so all right, my online friends, digital lobotomy episode. Do you know what episode we're on?
Nigga,
on
why
like
are you
6 or
asking me
something?
this shit? You know I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no
I
idea.
don't know. All right, it's like episode 6 or 7 or something. Anyway, we're here with Kimmie, aka If Jesus Returns, Kill Him Again on Instagram. That's the one, right? That's your full.
That's the one.
All right, cool. Kimmie, do you want to
about it?
Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
What do you do? Who are you, my bro?
Yeah.
Sure. First off, literally so many people have followed me for years, and they'll message me and be like, I just read what your name says for the first time. And I'm like, what? They're like, I thought it was just a bunch of letters.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do? I like to do everything. I feel like I am a person who does 10 iteration days or bust. I need to be doing everything. But I make clothes, I like style, I sell clothes, I work at a bar, I play soccer. That's the main shit. Tell me, ask me a question.
I go to this bar
Hell yeah.
and you give me free beer.
If you go to this bar,
Yeah. Free beer.
absolutely.
All right, let's go. Let's fucking go.
Let's
We're
go.
friends now.
I might have to fly out.
Fly out.
I might have to fly
Fly out
out so I can
before.
get some too. So okay, one of the main questions I wanted to ask you, because your username is very, very specific, and I have seen that before on that. I don't know who it was. I think it was like a philosopher or some shit. It was like an image of this old guy with like gray hair.
Yes.
Yeah, and the
His
t-shirt.
site is insane. Have you ever been to it?
Huh? What?
Have you ever been to his site?
No,
Like
I don't
his
know who that
website?
is. I have that image in my phone from like whenever that.
Whenever he first dropped.
Yeah. Whenever he dropped that hard ass image.
No, someone
Um,
like I used to be like, okay, so uh I went to college, embarrassing. And my friend showed me his page and I just never forgot about him because he calls himself like the atheist messiah. And I was going through my like pretentious atheism phase in college because I'm like from the South and raised so strict and like heavy Christian.
yeah.
I was like, fuck all of this. Like I want to get away from all these like people who don't have a brain. I was being so judgy. I was just like running away from like whatever how I was raised. And I was obsessed with this guy. And I never really like looked into it that hard. I just remembered them showing me this page and me saving that picture. And I thought it was so iconic. I was like, okay, this has to be my name. It used to be
Yeah.
something else for a second because what did it used to? Oh, like probably right before you followed me, I was because I just changed it back. It was if Jesus returns, he can have salami, because I thought that kill him again was too polarizing, and then I was
Yeah.
a pussy. It's funny.
Yeah. So I don't know anything about this guy. I just remember this like photo circulating around the internet like a while ago. And I have it. I just sent it to the general chat. I've had it in my phone for a while. But
He he sells a few different T-shirts.
nice. He's
I
just got a
actually
crazy, he has such a deranged look on his face, you know what I mean? It's like
I
that deranged look that like old people like make when they're taking a selfie.
he also is giving like having the raccoon eye makeup without actually having it on.
I feel like
And
I
a
have
little
that.
David Bowie. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
He's just got the star power.
Yeah.
My friend just I hadn't talked to this friend very often in like 8 years, I would probably say. And he hit me up and he was like, "Wait, you don't have the shirt yet?" He was like, "I'm buying you the shirt." Like, and I got back from a trip and it was waiting for me on my bed. I was very excited about that. And then like people were like messaging me thinking I was selling them, like I'm the creator of it all.
Yeah.
I'm just the face of the brand, guys.
Yeah. So are you still like, do you still consider yourself atheistic, or are you like more agnostic nowadays?
I think yeah, agnostic.
Okay,
I'm
word.
I'm with whatever. I'm a slut.
I'm a slut.
I'm like I'm more into the spiritual shit,
Yeah,
I guess.
I feel that.
Although I mean that's such a vague label and can so quickly veer to cringe, but like
I feel
I
that.
especially I was telling you I lived in Asheville before this.
Yeah.
I am wary of the spiritual crowd. You gotta have your fucking discretion bars up around them.
Yeah.
Like
Nah,
it
for
can be too
sure.
much.
For sure. I was like pretty atheistic throughout I don't know, probably from the time I was like 10 to like 15 or some shit. Cuz I grew up in like a Catholic household and
Ooh,
like I just like I don't know, I was kind of but not like super strict or anything. I just had to like attend, Catholic after school. But then like around the time I was like 15, I was like, "Wait, like nah, there's definitely like a deeper meaning to life and shit."
I swear to God, the first time I had an existential crisis, I was like, I want to say I was 5 and I was laying in bed and I was like, I was staring at the sky and I was like, oh shit, dude, there is no afterlife. Like, I felt this like overwhelming feeling of nothingness and I almost had a panic attack. And I was like, oh my God, none of this is real. Literally, none of this is real. You're just going to be nothing after you die. But I couldn't tell my parents that. So I just like ran up to them and told them like I was having like a bad dream or something. And then I
Mhm.
remember after that shifting into hyperdrive of like, I'm ruled by morality. I have to prove that I'm a good person, like super Jesus freak in middle school. Like
Yeah.
just wanted to be good so bad. And then by high school, I was like, that doesn't have a grip on me
Disinterested.
anymore. Well, because like also I was raised Methodist, which is pretty like chiller
Yeah.
in terms of Christianity. So like I loved church. I had so much fun. I was just there to cut up and socialize in the pews. But like I had a great time. But like my parents were just strict. It wasn't really religious based, but they were raised Southern Baptist,
Mm.
like out in the country, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was crazy going to those services. Everybody would be falling out. The ambulance would have to come because it's so hot, and they're like doing the crazy preaching, like I saw a bird and the bird went into the sky and the sky,
People would be like
like
shaking and shit and like feeling
Yeah.
what is,
Fucking getting
the Holy
possessed.
Ghost and just be like bugging
my
the
my
fuck
best
out.
friend, my best friend's dad is a preacher, and we like we'll get high sometimes and listen to his sermons, and it's very much so that type of preaching.
That's kind of
Now I
fire.
just think it's fun to like see through a different lens and shit.
Yeah.
But like for a while, I was really not liking the Christian guilt.
Yo, I totally felt that probably around the time I started going through puberty or some shit. And I think that was why I became like somewhat atheistic, is because I was like really paranoid about the idea that God was watching me at all times. Like, you know what I mean? Um
Like he's gonna see everything.
yeah, like he's gonna be like,
Bro.
oh hell no, he good. Like, yeah. Like I don't
We got
know.
our kicker.
Nah, but I don't know. And I also just felt guilt about like I don't know, just like weird shit, like having crushes on girls or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I was in middle school and shit, I was
Yeah,
like I feel morally like wrong for fucking I don't know having
dude. Yeah,
like
when I'm I'm so old that when I started high school, Form Spring was a thing. Did you? It's like Ask
what is
FM.
it?
It was like the first
Oh
iteration of Ask FM,
oh okay.
that like anonymous question site.
Oh yeah yeah sure.
Well, so like I started out high school so goddamn good, like goody two shoes and Christian, that by the
Right.
time by like the end of freshman year, I had like a beer and like hit like a joint, and for some reason the entire school found out, and they were like blowing my fucking Ask FM up, like you fucking bitch, you liar, like you said that you weren't gonna do any of this, da da da, and I was like, damn, I didn't know y'all were the fucking 12 disciples.
I remember
That's
Ask FM,
crazy.
dude.
It's like when
That shit was tough.
yeah, it's like when JB smoked a joint.
Like alert the nation. Ask
Yeah.
FM was terrifying.
I never used that shit. I don't know. I didn't like the anonymity. I didn't want like
You wanted niggas to know who
I
you
was like,
were,
what if
bro.
somebody sends me some really scary shit?
I thought it was
No,
hilarious a bunch of the mean girls at my high school that were older than me would accidentally forget to click anonymous.
That's
They
mad
would
funny.
send the most embarrassing questions to me, and then they would like DM me and be like, "I didn't mean to post that. Please don't post that. Please delete that." Like, I'm so sorry. You know I would post it anyways.
Hell yeah.
My favorite thing that someone posted on my page was like, "You look like Miley Cyrus mixed with a pug."
Oh my god.
I thought that was a hilarious read.
That's mad funny. Um, one thing I wanted to ask you too, like, all right, so you have like a really fucking like specific aesthetic, like you know what I mean? Like you just have like this crazy kind of like almost Michelle Lamy-esque, like where it's like when I look at you, I'm like, this is like a modern like witch type of thing, and not I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that like in a like
No,
you have
hell
this
yeah.
crazy esoteric like thing going
High
on.
compliment.
Hell yeah. So like at what point did you start like leaning into that? You know what I mean? Because I have only known
Um,
you for probably like I don't know 4 months on the internet, or maybe or I don't even know when I followed you.
I would say I feel like I've literally always known how I wanted to look, but I didn't know how to get there.
Yeah,
And especially in the South, like I can't even believe how stupid I looked and people still thought I was dressing weird. Like I wasn't even dressing.
yeah.
I wasn't even doing it like that. Um, but I feel like it was probably like I want to say like 5 or 6 years ago, like after college. I feel like I started dressing like this because I stopped completely giving a fuck. I like wanted to I was like, I'm just gonna dress like I'm in a music video every day. Like fuck everybody. I don't care. I remember having that thought during COVID. I found myself during quarantine. Um like when I went to Asheville probably is when I started dressing like that, when I was probably like 24, I want to say. Because I was so fucking isolated in college. I tried to drop out a million times. I was miserable. I was in like a farm town in North Carolina. I like did not hang out with the people there. And I was just trying to get through it because I felt like I had to. And I knew I wasn't going to do anything with my degree or anything like that, but I basically had like a full ride, and so I felt like pressured to finish it. But as soon as I got done with that, I was like, fuck all these people. Also, I'm broke as fuck, so I like never had clothes or anything like that. I like didn't even care what I looked like. And then I feel like once I started working, um, and well, really, I was in an abusive relationship and I was working like 11 shifts a week and I really wasn't putting any effort into my appearance at all. I didn't give a fuck. And as soon as I got out of that, I was like, okay, let's go insane. I feel like that pushed me to start just like dressing however. LA really helped too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I moved out here and I didn't know anyone at all and I didn't have an Instagram. So I was just like, I felt free to just do whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
made
yeah.
you want to move out here or move out to LA?
I was going to move to New York. That was like always the plan for me. Um, and my best friend that moved out here with me, I met her at a restaurant in Asheville right before the pandemic hit, and she's the one who's the preacher's daughter, and so she wanted to get the fuck out of the mountains and out of North Carolina. And I was like, bet, let's go to New York. But also, like I was telling you on the phone about like the East Coast pipeline, like the whole East Coast
Yeah.
knows each other.
Yeah.
Everybody from my hometown that was creative moved to New York.
Oh,
And I was
right.
like, I think I need to like restart my life completely. I was like, we gotta move somewhere where we don't know anybody.
Yeah.
Good call.
And neither of us had been to California. So I didn't even think LA was like a place that I desired to live. I like never thought like, oh my God, it's so cool, Hollywood. But we took a trip out here because I was like, I'd rather be in the sun. I don't want to get like seasonal depression in New York, even worse than it is North Carolina winter. So we came out here during
Yeah.
COVID, and I was like, oh my God, it's actually beautiful, and there's so much culture. I kind of want to ask you about that too, because I know a lot of people who move to LA feel like, and a lot of people outside of LA are always saying LA has demon energy and like all the cloud chasing and shit. But I feel like if you actually integrate yourself into the community, there's so much culture and so many different things to tap into.
I don't know.
Like, do you feel that way?
About the demon energy?
Feel the demon energy?
Nah, like my family's out here,
Mhm.
so I kind of feel cool here, like safe and shit. I don't feel like any cloud chasing energy. I get some of that because I sometimes work in like the gallery space or in like art museums and shit. So you see a bunch of people come up with like lame ass shit, and then they'll try to like, yeah, no,
Word.
get put on somehow or just like be lame in a way where they're like, oh, I'm important, this and that, but like they're really not. So they kind of just need that reality check. So like I wouldn't say it's like
Yeah.
demon energy, but it's a lot of people living like a false reality where like they need to take a step back and realize that they're not important in some sense.
Yeah.
So like I see a lot of that, you know.
Yeah, I guess people are just that's what they're labeling as demonic. I don't feel demonic energy in LA at
Nah, yeah, that
all.
doesn't exist.
I feel like the demonic I feel like people think about the demonic thing like with like, oh, there's elites doing like fucked up shit in Hollywood and this and that, and like, you know,
Absolutely.
just which is like totally true. But like, like, I don't know. I think I don't know, maybe Hollywood specifically is kind of like demon energy, but fucking any like
Yeah,
major
I agree with that
city,
statement. Hollywood is
any
energy.
yeah, there's just I don't know, it's sleazy, you know what I mean? There's a lot of bullshit going on, and then there's like elites interacting with like people who are, just kind of nobodies, and then and not to say nobodies in the sense that like they're not worth anything, but it's just like they don't have any career like built up yet.
Yeah.
So there's just like all these like power dynamics that like get fucked up, and like I don't know,
I also think
people
that's why
people
LA
getting
is so fun.
exploited and like blah blah blah.
Absolutely. I think part of that is why LA is so fun though, because like the second you get here, like I was saying, in my opinion, it feels really small. Like everyone knows each other, everyone's hanging out. There's so much crossover.
Yeah.
I know it's a huge space, and
Yeah.
like there's probably so many people I don't know, but for the most part, it feels as though everything overlaps. I used to look at shit so compartmentalized because, like I said, I play hella soccer. I'm on like 4 or 5 different teams, and I was like, okay, I've got my like fashion friends, I've got my soccer friends, I have my service industry friends, and the longer I'm here, the more I'm seeing crossover even in those friend groups, and it's so crazy. Like I finished a soccer game last night, and these people came up to me and they said they knew me, and I was like, what? How? And they said that they come into my restaurant all the time, and I'm their server. And I was just like, what the fuck? I forget that you guys aren't limited to the soccer field. You also live in
They
LA.
also have a lot
Right,
of
right,
LA
right.
is huge though too, which is cool that there's communities of people that know each other and shit like that. Like, because it is a vast
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
regardless of LA
Yeah.
proper, there's LA County and all that. Like, 80 different fucking cities. So I like to put that back.
I also am really thankful that I came during COVID because I was a DoorDasher. and nobody was on the roads, I don't think I would have. I got my geography down so quick here because of that. Just driving
Yeah.
all over the place. So that was really helpful too.
LA during COVID was so fire. Like, it was so sick. Like, the fact that there was nobody on the roads and you could pretty much just, like, drive at any speed and just, I don't know, it was sick.
It
That
had
was the
me
first
so
time.
confused
Oh, yeah.
because everyone said traffic was so bad, and I just felt as though traffic was worse in DC than it is here. And then as
Right,
soon as it
right, right.
opened back up, I was like, okay,
Sucks.
Yeah.
perhaps it is preposterous. It doesn't bother me bad though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Another
also,
thing I was
yeah, go
what were you
ahead.
gonna say? Okay, okay. Another thing I was gonna say is like LA has this like stereotype or like this trope of like, oh, like everybody's a social climber, everybody's trying to use everybody, blah blah blah. But it's like low key, like if you go to New York, if you go to like literally any fucking major city and you're like in a circle of like, you know, creatives, it feels like that pretty much fucking anywhere. I think it's
Right.
like I think it, you know, especially feels like that in LA because like there's actually opportunities that people can get to. But like, you know, clout, like all this clout chasing bullshit is like totally a problem just all over the US. Like, you know what I mean?
The
It's no
president
longer like
that in
confined
the
to
debate.
like wait, what'd you say?
I said the president should be talking about that in the debate.
I'm saying, bro. I'm saying.
I'm a one issue voter.
Yeah.
Who's gonna bring it up?
Fucking yo, one of the like major reasons I wanted to start a podcast that's like talking to people that we know online is because I feel like the older generation, and this isn't even like meant for the older generations to listen to at all, but I feel like there's a huge like disconnect. Like people like don't fucking people who are like 35 plus for the most part like don't understand like internet culture, like how the fuck shit is going down
Oh,
like on
and
the
this
internet
is
right
why I
now.
love working in the service industry because there's such an age gap in
Yeah.
everyone.
Hmm.
Like for two reasons. One, I really like the challenge. It's not even a challenge, but the it like cuts off the limits of you just using easy conversation. Like, of course, we can all talk because we're all internet pilled and we all know the same slang and it's easy to make
Yeah, yeah.
references. But it like forces you to go outside the box in your conversations.
Yeah.
You're talking to like your 50-year-old coworker or going out with them, but it also leads to such a fun crossover of all of that, of getting to like teach each other that stuff, but also them like bringing you back down to earth
Yeah.
and speaking about things that aren't on the internet.
Yeah. No, totally. I feel like I don't know, I always have this like fantasy of like just not being online and like I feel like a lot of people started feeling like this during COVID, but just like the want to like not be online and to just like experience life for what it is, like in this timeless fucking way. You know what I mean? Like I just so badly want to go out into nature and just like disconnect from things and just like experience this like fucking ageless like experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that
We were
make
just
sense? Like where like I can go out into nature and have a similar experience to somebody who had like who was out in nature like fucking 400 years ago, you know what I mean?
yeah. And also think we were talking about at work the other day how the first year of your life is like the longest because you have no context of time.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me because getting like off the internet and back into nature yields sort of that feeling, but at the same time we're all so like constrained with our schedules and so busy
Yeah.
that being online and like posting and like taking pictures and shit like that is my memory. I'm like if I don't have a picture of it I cannot remember it because I cannot, there's too much going on. So
Yeah, yeah,
it's like
yeah.
this difficult ass balance. of trying to figure. I mean, I guess you don't need to remember every single thing, but it's helpful. I
Nah,
want to remember
yeah,
every single thing.
I like totally get that. I don't know. I don't have the best memory. I feel like I have like a really fucking randomized like memory system where I remember things from like a long ass time ago, but like if you ask me something about I don't know, something that happened like 2 months ago, I just will like totally forget about it. You know what I mean?
I think the biggest thing I get sad about with my aging, and I don't even think it has anything to do with aging, it's lifestyle. It's definitely lifestyle. But I used to have an elephant memory.
Yeah.
And that's the quickest thing that'll make me have like a sober period. I'm like, I'm going sober for 3 months. I can't remember shit. Like that's so
Yeah.
scary. I want to remember. Like I'm so detail oriented that it drives me insane. If
Yeah.
I like can't let it go if I can't remember shit, which is
Yeah.
often in the last few years.
Shit. I low key feel that. I mean, like, not from like. I feel like certain medications I was on and shit like made me feel like that, where I was like, wait, I don't even like, you know
It's
what I
like
mean?
I felt the same way.
I also
Even
Oh, sorry, you can go.
when what?
When I was like smoking weed every fucking day, like you weren't, I wouldn't be able to answer like, oh, what happened yesterday, like just because I was just not able to
yeah,
remember that shit.
Dude, yeah,
yeah,
were you smoking during the day?
All throughout the day, like 8 hours during COVID, especially.
8 hour
Damn, yeah.
shift.
Well, I've never been the type of person to smoke during the day because like I just need to be so on one and
Yeah.
up. I've like always used to fall asleep. But I was smoking 2 blunts a night for literally 4 years straight. There's no way I wasn't perma fried during the day too, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Um, but I wasn't physically smoking during the day. But that I quit cold turkey like 5 months ago. I literally just restarted this weekend.
Nah,
But I was like I have to
I
stop
also
because
quit cold
not only is
turkey.
my sleep so fucked.
Like
When
around the same time, like 420. Like I didn't really smoke like that week.
are you still
Yeah,
off?
and now I'm like kind of on one all the time,
Hell
like
yeah.
always trying to like get something done, you know. So I feel like a lot better.
Okay, yeah. I felt the same way. The first few months I was like, oh my God, I'm in my pocket. Like I'm waking up at 8 a.m. I have so much energy. This is insane to me that my dreams are back and that I'm falling asleep naturally. The first month I did have to hit the NyQuil melatonin route. And then I was like, this isn't I'm not supposed to be trading out one vice for another. I have to wean myself off eventually.
yeah,
So then I went to nothing.
Huh.
Yeah, I was feeling like so creative and so focused, which is rare for me. It's very hard for me to get focused on one thing. And then I feel like that's why I had such a great beginning of the summer too. And then I was starting to not. This month, July is never great for me. And I was like, this this French guy I play soccer with was telling me about how he's been sober for 20 years and then he broke during COVID because he was getting really irritable. And he was like, well, I'm not just gonna murder someone. I'm just gonna have a smoke. Like I'm French for God's sake. And I was like, that's me right now, having a couple of hits of my weed again. I'm not gonna murder someone. I'm just gonna get high.
I'm pretty much like free of all substances because like I don't know
Yes, sir.
I've been in this state where I just like I don't like I feel like I'm already kind of crazy without any substances
Yes, I
and
was
like
just saying this.
yeah and like so like when I don't know it just I don't like shifting away from like the center of like I don't know my perception, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know. Um
I'm sort of shifting back into that vibe right now. I'm just so extreme. I'm either like completely sober for months or just
mhm,
on one for
right.
months. And then that on one is always hit with me being like, okay, reel it in. I'll
I
check
feel
myself
that.
real fast.
Facts.
No, I totally feel that. I got into a thing like earlier in the year where I was like drinking pretty frequently and like fucking hitting the dab pen pretty frequently. And I was just like, bro, like, what am I even doing right now? Like, why am I doing this? This isn't
That's
even
how
necessary.
I'm taking a break from drinking right now because I'm like, what the actual fuck? I don't even like. There is no reason that I am this crazy sober and that I need to be drinking like this.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't know. Even, and I'm also just sensitive to shit nowadays. Like I was saying with the caffeine or like even, I don't know, I take medications for anxiety and they make me tired as shit. So it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
That's I super feel that. I feel like when I do get in these stages, I feel like my body's indestructible sometimes, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I can have so much caffeine and do so many things and not sleep and da da da
Yeah.
da, and then I'll go home to North Carolina and I'm like, oh shit, okay, I'm normal again. A drip coffee is giving me anxiety. I'm going to bed at 9 p.m. Like, this is how it's supposed to feel. I'm not supposed to be able to have 600 milligrams of caffeine and not feel anything and not get anxious.
Yeah.
I have to have those like tea breaks.
Facts.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I totally feel you. I totally feel you. I don't know. Yeah. I've been having, I think I've just been, yeah, I'm kind of like, I need to switch over to matcha. I gotta stop drinking coffee. Like, I don't know. Recently,
There's
I'm just like, I want to improve myself as much as I fucking can. Like,
hell yeah.
you know what I
I,
mean?
I'm, as you obviously can glean, I'm such a phase person. So whenever I go home or I talk to my like long distance besties, they're like, okay, so what's up now? Are we vegan? Are we drinking? Are we smoking? Like,
Right.
what's your vibe right now? Because it switches so often. Because I'm
Yeah.
always low key. Like I have to be like the most debaucherous yet wholesome person in the room, and I'm always so high key a health person and an athlete, but also destroying my body at the same time in other ways. Like I'm just trying to find a balance.
I feel that with vaping. I like vape too much nicotine all the
Oh
time.
my god, I'm a fiend, and my soccer teammates just don't even understand how I'm keeping up.
Yeah.
I think like when I quit smoking weed, I went even more like Super Saiyan on the athlete route. I was
Mhm.
like running like 8 miles every other day and going to
Oh
soccer.
shit.
I was like, I'm indestructible.
That's
Kind of a
insane.
beast, bro.
While still vaping like crazy. But I don't think I can quit that right now.
Yeah, no. No, I feel like vaping is kind of like crack. It's
It's like
like
at first, like beginning
not
stages of crack, they're like, "Oh, this is awesome," and then like 20 years later, you're just like under a bridge asking somebody for a hit of their geek bar, like that kind of crack.
Why I can't stand myself is because I'm still on the jewel wave. Like
Crazy.
a lot of me and my friends still
Damn.
only smoke jewels, but they're
I wish I was still
so
on the jewel wave.
they're financially irresponsible. You don't wish you're on the jewel wave. It is so expensive.
What, like
It's like
I
40
twice
a
as much
pop?
as any other vape.
hmm.
Like, are they
What'd you
40
say?
a pop? Like, what's the price? Okay,
Yeah,
that's dumb
basically
expensive for a
with
vape.
tax.
Wait, yeah, that's insane.
That's dumb expensive for that only lasts a few days.
That is crazy.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's
like
crazy.
that
My
lasts like
current
2 days.
my current disposable vape that I have right now, I've had for like over a week, I think, and I spent like about 40. Yeah,
The 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 flavored ones make me feel nauseous.
yeah, I can only fuck with the mint,
The mint.
the menthol, the mint.
I'm on Virginia tobacco.
Sheesh.
Nothing like it. Nothing like
To try double fisting like a vape
The
and a
tobacco's too
cigarette,
heavy
dude.
for me.
Like, I feel like that'll get you where you need to
Oh,
be.
I
I be
do
doing
that too.
that. have you doing that.
I absolutely do
Hard.
that. And for some reason, I don't know why everything I like, I don't know why I'm just like so niche. Jewels are so fucking hard to find. And I really only like Southern Cuts, and only a couple gas stations have those. So I feel so insane driving all around LA trying to get my fucking nicotine fix.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've settled for the American Spirits. I had to give in.
The 10-minute cigarettes, dude.
That's kind of all I smoke. That's all I smoke when I do smoke
A
cigarettes.
Marlboro Red, dude.
Is the American Spirit.
Yeah, the
Do
light
y'all
blues.
watch the YouTube reviewer who only reviews
Yeah.
cigarettes?
He's a boss, dude.
Yeah. He's a classic. Yeah.
I like that.
Fuck with him.
I had a video pop up on my on my YouTube recommendations the other day that was like smoking and reviewing unopened Nazi cigarettes from Germany.
Oh my god.
And I was like, yeah.
Pretty sick.
It had meth
Crazy.
in it, I guess. Weren't all
Massive.
the Nazis on meth?
Yeah, well it was like a pill. It was meth in the form of a pill. And like pretty much every German citizen during their reign was like on that shit. It was like advertised as like a wonder pill, you know what I mean?
And it was just that.
As every
But it was also used across like it wasn't just Germany, like other countries were also using it. There's actually a story of this like I think British soldier who like accidentally popped the whole bottle of meth pills and like went into psychosis and was found like deep in the woods like fucking 4 or 5 days later or whatever, just like going
Good for him.
schizo.
accidentally.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said accidentally.
I forget why. Yeah, it was kind of an accident. Like he meant to pop one and then he accidentally took a bunch of them. Like he just popped the
I've
bottle, you know what I
actually
mean?
done that before. Not with
Wait,
meth.
what'd you say? Oh shit. What was
Not with
it?
meth. But I used to be prescribed sleeping pills in college.
Oh no.
I
Oh shit.
I was, I was on like the highest dose of Seroquel,
Oh
and
fuck.
I was only supposed to take like 3 pills. I don't know why I was doing this. I was being retarded,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I just was like dipping my tongue into the pill bottle to catch them,
Okay.
and I counted 3. I counted 3, which was my prescribed dose, but I
Yeah.
didn't see that there was a 4th one like tucked into my like under my tongue or some shit.
Yeah.
And I like took them all, and I couldn't feel anything, and I had a
Holy
panic
shit.
attack, and
Yeah.
and I had to go downstairs and tell my mom. I was like, I think I happened to be home that weekend, thank God.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mom, I think I'm overdosing. And she was like, throw it all up right now. And I like went to the hospital, and they're like, you're not overdosing. You're literally having a panic attack. Like he isn't
Yeah.
out of it.
Oh no.
It was bad.
Yeah.
They were like,
I,
I felt like they were like putting me to sleep like a tranquilized bear or something.
yeah.
I was like slowly fading out, and I was like, Mom, they're trying to kill me.
Dude. I had a similar, not to that extent, but I had a similar experience in high school one time. I was like having a hard time falling asleep, so I fucking like ate an edible, like an indica edible, and then took like 2 Benadryl and then like a melatonin. And it was like
Jesus Christ.
this will fix me. And then like, bro, could not sleep. I was just like having like terrible, just like anything related to sleep, like any type of like I'm falling asleep feeling would like make me jump the fuck up and like think I was dying
Yes.
essentially.
I actually forgot that was all so long ago in life. I
Yeah.
forgot. I used to have such a fear of falling asleep. Like
Dude. Yeah, no, that's how it felt. It was like
for
it
years
was,
after that.
I would like think that I was dying. Like I would fall asleep
Same.
and then think that I hadn't been breathing or something.
No, literally, exactly.
Yeah, and be like, and then I would go into like manual breathing due to like anxiety and be like, bro,
I
what the fuck? Am I dying right now? Am I about to
I
fucking
stand
die?
by this. Everyone, I never have understood the the tactic for dealing with anxiety. They're like, focus on your breathing, focus on your breathing.
No, yeah,
It's the source of my anxiety. And now that you're making
yeah.
me think about it, I'm geeking.
Yeah, no, I'm the same fucking way. I can't deal with like like focusing on bodily sensations. Like I'll get overwhelmed by the fact that I'm like a biological machine, you know what I mean?
I don't have the problem. I haven't noticed that problem in a few years. Like I wouldn't consider myself to be that anxious of a person now, but back
Yeah.
then I was in such a bad place that I was like, don't fucking talk about breathing.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah, yeah,
mention
yeah.
a word of it.
No, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I maybe nowadays I'm okay with it a little more than I used to be. But like the whole fucking like focus on your breathing thing would like actually throw me into a panic because I'd be like, if I don't focus on it, I'll stop breathing and I'll die.
What?
No, I
Holy
felt the same
shit.
way. I was like, y'all aren't accounting for all the spectrums of anxiety because I'm not on the one that this works for.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For me, I low key have to like if I'm like having a panic attack, I have to like limit my breathing. I have to like I have to like close my nose a little, like pinch my nose kind of, and like close my eyes, and like
Do you
I don't
have
know.
them often still?
In the past month, I've been having a lot of panic attacks, but low key because like I'm like kind of unmedicated. I like just got on some anxiety medications again, and then fucking like I don't know. I have fucking bipolar, so I low key just be like going
I
manic and
winning.
I just be going manic as shit for like a couple weeks, and then my body like catches up to me and is like, we can't be doing this anymore. You know what I mean?
Shut
I'll
it
be sleeping
down.
like I'll be sleeping like 3 hours a night, and then my body is eventually just like, I'm gonna go schizo and prevent you from
Yeah,
doing that.
some shit like my mom or just anyone in my family would say is like, have you tried meditating? Or shit like that. As if that's
Always.
not gonna make me more schizo.
Yeah, yeah,
Actually, I I feel like my form of meditation. I haven't had these problems. These problems we speak of, I haven't had.
Same
yeah,
though.
But and I'm so sorry that you are having panic attacks because good lord, I only had like 3 and I don't ever want to experience that ever again. But
yeah.
whenever I would spiral into a panic, especially if it was an edible induced one,
Right, right.
edibles cannot even make me flinch these days.
I know.
Maybe now that I took this tea break, but back in the day, they used to make me panic so crazy. I don't know what was in those North Carolina edibles. I don't even know what was in the weed I was smoking out there,
Yeah, yeah.
but I would be like crisscross applesauce in bed, rocking back and forth, and I'd be like, okay, you have to delve into a research hole right now and just say something out loud that you know everything about, and
Yeah.
just lost in a train of thought.
Oh shit.
Um,
I
and that works so well for me. If I just start explaining something to someone, just talking
Yeah.
out loud to no one, something that
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
a lot about, that is the only thing that has ever resurrected me out of a panic attack.
Hell yeah. I kind of feel similarly where I have to express what I'm feeling, or like I have to like just have something that's like familiar. Like I'll have to put on an album that I know all the words to, you know what I mean? Some type shit like that.
What's your go-to?
Um like what album or
Yeah.
oh, recently I got to put on some like Wicca Phase Springs Eternal or like fucking Tiger's Jaw.
Okay. Hell
That's
yeah.
those have been like comforting like comforting
That would
music
be
for
such a
me.
huge compliment as an artist. This is what I play when I'm having a panic attack.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'd be so
Um
proud.
or like recently I've really been getting back into like ambient music. Just like putting on some fucking noise canceling headphones and laying in bed and taking a hydroxyzine and just fucking drifting.
I I think it's interesting. I think it's really telling like what area of life I'm in or what headspace I'm in based off
Yeah.
if I'm listening to like a podcast, music, or white noise to fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's so specific.
For me,
Sometimes,
it's been like really schizophrenic, like or
you
not
know,
schizophrenic, but like
actually what we need to talk about is why the
Hmm.
fuck is there so much AI technology and I can't choose the voice of who is reading my audiobooks.
Yo, no, there
That is
is. Wait, there is a program for that. Do you know about that?
wait, there is? What is it?
Fuck, I forget who it is. I forget what
I've been
the company is
asking
called.
everyone this.
No, there is a company. I keep getting ads for them. It's like, do you want Snoop Dogg to like read your audiobook PDF or like
You
whatever?
have to get down to the bottom of
Wait,
that
hold up.
because people's voices are so grating.
Let's see. No, I can't really fuck with audiobooks unless it's the author like reading the actual book. Because if it's just some random fucking British dude, I'm like,
But even the authors
I,
sometimes are annoying.
I feel you. That's
Like
true. That's true.
I feel like such a hater. Do you know who Jane County is?
Oh,
Jane County.
They're like a really influential they're like from maybe like the Warhol era, I would say.
Okay.
A really influential like
got him.
trans singer. They're like a rocker, but also I feel like also maybe a drag queen too. I don't know. They were so influential and basically didn't get any credit. And they have this book called Man Enough to Be a Woman.
Yeah.
And I feel awful because I was so excited to listen to it. And I find her so inspiring, but her voice drives me insane and I can't listen to it. I can't get through it. And I'm like, damn, I
Sound,
wasted my Audible
Yeah.
credit.
yeah. Sounds interesting. What was I gonna say? I think I found it. Sorry, I was doing a little cross searching while. So I think it's called
Also,
Speechify. I'm pretty sure it's Speechify.
okay.
I'm pretty sure it has like a list of like people who you can like have like read the audiobook PDF or whatever for you, or like turn a PDF to an audiobook.
This is gonna be the best thing that has ever happened to me. I like how underneath it says free ADHD tools
For listening, of course.
under the Speechify ad. That is exactly what I need.
Yeah. Shit. What was I gonna? What was I? I had something else to say. I can't remember.
I have a good suggestion
Oh
for
yeah.
since you're a Gemini. Wait, what's your sign?
Aries. Yeah,
Aries?
bro.
Are you
Demon
an Aries?
time.
I had this friend, insane friend in North Carolina who had the craziest voice and he'd always run around because he was an Aries and he'd be like, it's Aries season. Aries season.
Hey, bro. That's for real.
But I think my spirit guide my spirit guide for the last few years has been the autistic mystic on YouTube. You should watch your videos on him.
Wait. I feel like I know about this guy.
He is so lit. I love him.
The autistic mystic.
I've
Wait, do I know this guy? I don't know if I know this guy.
you should get to know him.
I feel like I've heard of him. All right. I'm subscribing. It
The
sounds
name
fire.
is too iconic. He
Yeah.
the way he talks is just so fun because he's autistic, obviously, and
Yeah.
he just will go from reading the tarot cards to rapping and just absolutely jumping through hoops of conversation.
Bro has
It's very fun.
ADHD too. He has
Yeah.
ADHD max, bro.
ADHD king.
Audi HD.
Audi.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna talk about. Yo, so I was in a fucking jumping back here. I was in a fucking like Russian supermarket yesterday because I was bored, and I was like, I'm trying to like figure out what they got going on over there. You know what I mean? and I'm like walking around, and everything is in Russian. Like everything on the shelves is in Russian, and like low key, it was like Russian is kind of weird because it looks exactly like English, just kind of like mixed around. You know what I mean? So it was
Hieroglyphic.
giving. What'd you say?
It's like a hieroglyphic version.
Yeah. So it was kind of freaking me out because it's like a product that I know what it is, but like it says like something in Russian on it, and I'm like, I can't read that, you know what I mean? And it was like tripping me out. So I was kind of getting all panicked, but I put on my headphones real quick and started listening to Vantana Row, and
Oh,
like,
sick.
bro, I realized that I found Vantana Row recently through like your fucking what is it
Oh,
called?
really?
Yeah. Because I was like, oh, if she's gonna be on the pod, I gotta like get a vibe, you know. I gotta like figure out um
Hell yeah.
what she's like or whatever. So I forget what song was on one of your. What is like the story, but you can like save it onto your profile. You know what I mean? What is that shit called?
Highlights?
Yeah. I saw it on one of your highlights. I was like, yo, what the fuck is Vantana Row? And I started listening. I was like, bro, this shit is so fire.
It's so good. Okay, so I found them because remember I was telling you how like all my sort of performance artist friends on the East
Yeah.
and all of them, I
Hmm.
found this person, Mr. Baby. Their aesthetic is so sick. They're like friends with Meg Superstar Princess. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, Megan Superstar Princess.
Like all those people.
Yeah.
I really liked the way that he dressed, so I followed him, and then he did a collab with them. Not a collab, like
Yeah.
they did like a song together, and it
Yeah.
was so lit. And then I started listening to all their other music, and I was like, how have I not known about this? They've been around for a minute.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know which one was on my story, but I really like the Fierce or whatever
Mm.
one, and I think it sucks on Wednesdays or something like that.
Mm.
I don't know. I want to see them live bad.
They have like so much fucking work. It's like crazy.
The one that the original one that I heard was the one got Deli Guadalupe or whatever. That's the one they did with that person I follow.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I've been listening to Yeah Wow, that album, and also like four four
I
four
don't.
five or whatever. I don't know how to like whatever that
I don't know
album
how that's
from
supposed to be pronounced.
2000. Yeah. Or four. I don't even know, bro. What the fuck does this mean?
I was
But
about to say revolver, and then I was like, that is not what that says.
oh
Is it? No.
wait, I don't. Well, because there's a 4 hour
Lover? For our
lover.
lover. Oh, it's for our lover, isn't it?
Is
I don't
it
know.
well? But like the Roman numeral. I don't even know. 'Cause
Oh.
it's a four in Roman numerals, I think, right? Isn't that like the IV? That's
Yeah.
four.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, word.
Smarter than me. Um, yeah, what do you want us to think about that, guys? What conversation were you trying to spark?
I don't
I
know,
really
but
like your
Yeah,
anyway,
song.
where were you
that
going with
album
that
was
actually?
so
Because
fire.
I'm listening and, seems like you talking in circles. Like, what was your point, kid?
But no, that album's fucking fire, and it's so funny because it's so high energy, but like it low key just like putting on that album like took me out of that like panicked state, and I also
I
started
really
talking to some of the people in the grocery store who like barely spoke English, but
Oh, it
there
made
was
you start
something.
socializing?
Yeah, there was something comforting about like me being the English speaker and nobody like understanding me, and like I don't know, I felt cool. I felt kind of
With the
cool.
other.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I was like, I'm an outsider, but like these people seem to want to help me find what I'm looking for. I was
I
looking for
also
I was looking for pesto, and they
Russian pesto.
yeah, nobody knew what I was talking about. It was funny.
You sound rather surprised that you were in a Russian supermarket and everything was written in Russian.
Well, I just didn't think of that
It's like when you
aspect of
go to
it.
the
Like,
Asian supermarket and
it's
everything is like in Korean or Chinese or some shit, and you're like, whoa.
no, it's different. It's different because that looks nothing like English. I think the fact that Russian looks so similar to English, it was like freaking me out. It was freaking me out that I couldn't read it. You know what I mean?
Maybe if you took your Adderall,
I don't have that anymore.
They
you would
took
have
it
been able
away
to
from him,
crack
bro.
the
Yeah,
code.
I would have been able to. I would have been able to read Russian
That's how it feels.
intuitively.
That is how it feels. Everything is just done intuitively.
I feel that. I feel that with like most Latin like based languages. Like I feel
Every
like
language.
I never even like I studied like Spanish in high school, right? But like Italian, fucking like everything like that's based off Latin like just has a similar vibe and you can kind of like understand it if you like know one of them, I feel like.
Wait,
Does
did
that
you
make
have to
sense?
take that's exactly did you do that shit in high school that it was like it was some textbook of words in Latin. I can't remember what it was called, like word fuck, I don't
Nah.
know. But they made us it was this huge book of words and every like couple weeks you'd get tested on a chapter, but they were all the Latin roots of words and you had to
Hmm.
if you knew the root, you could figure out what like other words meant. That shit was so fun. I lived for those tests.
Nah, like I didn't even learn any Latin. But I find like what is that shit called? Like the root of a word? Like what is that shit called? Like the origin, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh
What the
God.
hell? What the hell is that shit called?
I don't know
Like,
about prefixes and suffixes and all that shit confuses me. I don't know that deep into English.
okay, okay. Derek, you know what I'm talking
Repeat
about?
that.
I
I
do
Like what
know
is
wasn't
that?
listening.
The god, what are you doing over there? I can hear you typing. What's going on? Are you coding right
What?
now? I've been hearing you typing this whole
Oh my
podcast. I swear to God.
god. My fault, dude.
Are you writing in your diary?
I'm writing down everything you guys are saying.
Yeah.
I'm
His
transcripting the
transcript. He's
entire
making a transcript.
podcast.
I
No,
You
no,
know,
no,
I'm
no, no.
actually I am such a I'm so guilty of doing that when I'm out with my friends because the wordplay is just too good. If we're all on one, if I'm with the right group of people, I'm like this. I have to remember this forever. You're spitting right now,
nah.
like in
Yo.
my notes app.
I'm just researching shit and like just like working on this project. I've become over obsessed with it. I need to stop, but it's so fire.
What is
It
Yeah.
it?
is. I can't discuss it here, but we will discuss it
Yeah, I feel
after.
like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
what?
yeah. Because it has not been released to the public yet. But fucking nah. Okay, we were talking about the origin of
Oh
words. Like, you
yeah.
know what I mean? What the fuck is that shit called,
Isn't it
Derek?
just root
Etymology.
word?
I remember in
Etymology. Yeah, I find
Oh,
in
etymology.
like high school I used to be like obsessed with learning Latin. So I not in high school, like in elementary school, I was like not even 12. And I'd picked up like an encyclopedia
Oh,
and
facts. No, yeah, you were
I
talking
was
about. Yeah,
obsessed with
yeah.
learning Latin. And I was like, bro, by the time I'm like 10, if I don't know Latin, I'm fucked. For some reason, I got paranoid that
Yeah.
languages were gonna get wiped out in a dystopian future. So I was like, if I don't learn Latin, everything's gonna. I'm not gonna know anything, you know, because it's like the beginning of all the words, right? So I just skitzed out on that when I was like mad young. I was a paranoid fucking
that's
kid,
Dude.
fun because
honestly.
that's a real fear. Because I there's so many. I remember them talking about like languages dying out and shit. Like, because hella
Yeah,
have, or there's only like a few people who
yeah.
speak certain ones. I
Like
can't like
Irish.
that concept blows
And I
my
wanted to
mind.
be the only person like that could
I don't know
speak
how that
Latin, bro. Like, you know how sick that is, man.
maybe you'll get that
Yeah,
title
bro.
before you
Before I
die.
die,
Hell
I was
yeah.
paranoid as fuck, bro.
I just think like I think etymology is so fucking cool. Like I recently was just looking into the word or like the phrase like pet peeve. And
I
apparently that
love, yeah, looking at the origin of where sayings come from.
yeah, apparently pet
Right.
peeve is like an American thing. Like nobody else really says that. Because I was talking to somebody who lives outside of the U.S. and and
I've looked at that.
I said something like, "Oh, like that's a huge pet peeve of mine," and she was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "Well, like, like a pet peeve." And she was like, "No, I've never heard that like used in a sentence before." And so I looked it up, and apparently pet peeve came out of like Chicago in like the fucking 1950s. It's like weird as shit.
Interesting, because like we don't originate a lot of
Oh,
things in America. It's more of like an amalgamation of different cultures. So it's cool that one sentence.
I guess so. Yeah, well,
Huh?
peeve is like a British like an English word that I don't know. Its origins come from like, the 14th century or something. But Kimmie also, I don't know if you know, but you were muted. Maybe she knows.
Is
Okay, well,
uh
yo, I'm peeping this shit you
yo,
sent me. Very
oh
cool,
yeah, you peep
gang.
that, dude.
Yeah, very
Little
sick.
song,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
nothing
very
crazy.
cool.
You feel me? Ain't nothing
Yeah.
too wild.
I'm not sure if she know. Or wait, no, because she's just muted, so she would hear us.
No,
Maybe
no,
she
I
had to.
didn't mean to
Oh,
be y'all.
oh, what'd you say?
I didn't mean to be muted. My mom was calling. I was trying to get out of
Oh,
it.
oh. It's all good. It's all good.
Um,
It's all good.
I was obsessed with this shit in college, and I don't think the obsession had much of a payoff because I had pages and pages of Google Drive docs of like the origin of sayings like that and
Yeah,
idiom. And that was why it took me so long to get through a book because I was so obsessed with what's it called when you annotate. And if I came across a single word I didn't know, I was like, okay, you have to use that in a sentence this week. You have to.
It's
It's
me
that's
like
now.
pretty sick.
so many pages of them though. That'll be the quickest thing to humble me when I look back at those. I'm like, damn, I still don't
Like
remember
yeah,
what
I
that
just
word means.
found out what
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
precocious meant. Yo, finna get it in this week.
Why did I just look? I just was looking at that the
I
other
think because
day.
more people are using it now for some reason. I'm just hearing it a lot more and being like, oh, what's
Mm.
that mean? Like, you know.
My friend cracked me up the other day because she was like, you know the word geriatric? And I was like, yeah, old. Like, what about it? And she was like, I heard it on like the radio or something the other day, and I started tweaking because I'd never heard that word before and I didn't know what it meant. And she was like, I thought about it for 24 hours, and then I finally cracked and asked somebody. I was like, wait,
Started
what?
tweaking.
I was like, how did you not? I was like, how did you not immediately Google that? Like, if I don't know something, I have to immediately Google the definition. And
No,
We're
I totally feel
driving,
that.
so
she was like, no, I need to learn it organically. I was like, what? I can't operate like that. I need to know now.
I feel like geriatric is one of those words where like if you don't know what it means, like it's hard to like it's not very intuitive, you know what I mean?
No, that's not intuitive at all. But it's
Yeah,
also
like
such a fun, silly word, and it's like a fun way to slay somebody.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like certain, I don't know, certain words are super intuitive. Like if you just hear them used in a certain context, you can pretty much understand the definition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I feel like also a lot of times people will ask me what a word I'm using means, and I mean, I'm like, oh shit, I guess if I can't explain it to a fifth grader, I don't really know what it means, but like it works in this context. Like I do know what it means. I used it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I feel that. You got any favorite words? Any cool words
just
that you've
screams the
learned
N word.
recently?
Leaves the chat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what I've been throwing around hella. I don't know. I feel like a lot of times I'll be using words, um, and people. I feel like people think I'm trying to flex on them, and I thought it was a normal word to use in conversation.
Mm.
Um, like in middle school, somebody somebody sat down beside me and they're like, "You talk so fancy, Kim." And I was like, "What do you mean? I'm country. I'm not fancy. I'm not fancy at
Not
all."
fancy. I'm not fucking fancy.
I swear. Don't say that.
Yo,
Don't spread
facts,
that.
yo.
That was a big part of that arc of me being like trying to throw away being Southern and being in my pretentious era in college. I was like, I'm gonna get rid of my accent, but I want to be taken seriously. And like everyone I grew up around is so dumb. I don't feel that way at all anymore. I love the South, but silly.
Dude, I want to experience the South. I really haven't been down south. I've been to like Baltimore, and then fucking I don't know. Yeah, I haven't like been to a true Southern place.
Really?
You know what I mean? But like in Baltimore, I was meeting people from like Tennessee and shit, and I was like, bro, I fuck with the Southern vibe so heavy. Like people are just so chill and laid back.
I love it. Actually, this is a random like veer from that, but my favorite Southern voice in the world is Kodak Black's.
Like, he's so
Actually,
hard.
I think he just has my favorite voice.
Yeah.
He's my
I
favorite voice in the world.
I don't know. You guys.
Yeah. You need him to read you an audiobook.
What?
I said you need him to read you an audiobook.
Oh my God, yes. Is he on there? Fuck
I
Snoop
hope.
Dogg.
You guys ever
Yeah.
hear of
Kodak. Kodak
Yeah.
that I had to post.
damn. I was gonna say, have you guys ever heard Laser Dim, bro? His authentic Atlanta accent.
Oh yeah. Wait, I think I know who that is. I feel like I listened
He's
to
a
them.
rapper.
I only know his top
Nah,
songs.
but just hearing his voice.
I'm a big fan.
Totally
I only know the
reminds me of the South, like in general. Laser Dim 700.
Oh, okay.
I think an arc that I want to have in my life is being an auctioneer at some point.
That's
Yo.
Like a Southern auctioneer.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Auctioning off like horses and fucking
We're slinging
slinging
anything.
anything available out here. We got it for you.
Auctioneers are so fucking sick. I like love that culture. Like the fact that they just like are speaking so fucking fast. I don't know, they have an Adderall vibe. They definitely have an Adderall vibe. They have a
I
manic
should
vibe.
figure out what the pay is for that.
What'd you say?
I should figure out what the pay is for that. We gotta
I
have
feel
like
like they definitely make like a huge commission. I would assume, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
perhaps.
They got to. Wait, auctioneer
How to
commission
become an
rate.
auctioneer in 7 steps. Oh, you gotta have a license.
For sure. They definitely put you through like
Auctioneer school.
Average commission rate is 10 to 15%.
Tough.
50?
10 to 15%.
10 to 15. Okay.
Which is actually kind of fire. That's kind of fire because like, hold on. Let's say you're selling something for like $1 million. You know what I mean? Like
this really might be the next side quest. I'm not kidding, because this sounds more fun than voice acting.
if you sell something for $1 million, which like, you know, the average auction probably takes place over like fucking max like 15 to 20 minutes, like you're fucking making 10 grand commission.
Real fast.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty fire. Yeah. 10 to 15 grand commission.
My friend was saying that auctioneers are just like Southern like ball announcers. Like in drag. The people who run the ball.
Oh, okay,
They're just like the Southern version of that.
That's kind of fire.
There's some
Hard.
crossover room.
Yeah.
Damn, everything I want to do, you really got to go to school for, because I would love to be a auctioneer and a taxidermy artist.
Yeah.
But these aren't easy feats.
Yeah.
I'm always like, I just want to throw it all away and become like a taxidermy artist. That's like a whole ass career. That's like a whole ass other thing I have to work hard at.
Exactly.
Trying
Not
to take
worth
the
it.
easy way.
Working hard sucks, to be honest.
I
Yeah.
reject the hustle.
Like, just let me chill.
Yeah, you gotta work smart, not hard. Yeah.
Oh, one thing about me, I love working harder.
Like
I'm never
what?
working smarter. I don't know why. I can't get in the pocket. I just feel like I'm always taking the hardest
Yeah,
route.
facts. I take the long hard road.
I'm like, I just see all these people around me in LA making hella money easily with very little work, and I'm like,
Houseway.
that is very cool for you. I don't understand. I don't compute.
Just knowing the right people.
Personally, I try to have a healthy mix of both. You know what I mean? I try to have a healthy mix of both. I definitely be working way too fucking hard sometimes and get like burnt the fuck out. But like, I don't know. I also try to put things in place so like I don't have to like do redundant stuff. I guess you know what I mean. I don't know. This is such a general fucking statement.
What do you work on, bro?
I like to put things in place.
What things do you put in place, gang?
Memes for the page.
Fair.
I don't know, just like
Was that a
like
hater
Huh?
comment?
was what?
Is that hateration? You're saying you don't produce enough content?
Yeah. I mean, okay, we haven't recorded a podcast since like the beginning of this month, so I understand. For sure. We've had so many fucking people just fall out or like bail or like whatever. So we like highly appreciate you like actually coming on.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
holy fuck.
Because some people just don't see the vision, bro.
But we're also
I mean, that's just what it is.
yeah, for real.
I don't mind flaky people in some contexts, but lately I've been getting annoyed at
Not
flakiness.
It's like probably one of my biggest pet peeves, like especially when it
Sometimes
comes
I
to
like it.
yeah. In
I like
what context do you like flakiness?
I like flaky people in LA in the sense that I shouldn't be saying flaky, because the people that are I like flaky when I know someone's flaky. Like I'm like, oh, okay, we want to hang out, but like I know you're my flaky friend, so like it may or may not happen, and I'm not basing my whole day around it. Like
Yeah.
I'm probably planning on you bailing, so I've got a backup plan.
Mhm.
So if I know what to expect from the person, I'm not tripping about it. I'm like, okay, that's just who you are. Like it may or may not happen. And also you have to be prepared for cancellations in LA, because I feel like part of like maintaining relationships here is knowing that people you're gonna like try to plan for like 5 weeks and then you'll finally see someone.
Yeah.
But and like some days I'll be so burnt out, I'm like, oh, I hope they cancel.
Oh,
I hope they
facts.
fucking cancel.
There's definitely that.
And so when they do, I'm relieved, because I'm the type of person that I could be exhausted out of my fucking mind, but if I said I was going to do it, I'm probably just going to do it.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty much the same way.
So I'll get a little irritated at sometimes when people cancel when they're tired, I'm like, you're weak.
Really me.
Yeah.
Like,
You're selfish and you're weak.
not built like me at all, dog.
Yeah.
But I'm also it also is inspiring, because I'm like, okay, you're selfish with your own needs in a good way. Like you're looking out for you. Maybe I should say it.
Well, my whole thing is just I hate when people like just flake on some shit for no good reason. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh no, I don't even feel like doing it anymore, this or that. You know what I mean? I'm just like, bro, come on.
Actually, I also really can't stand if they're edging me. Like, I knew you were going to cancel, so why did you make me we had plans at 1, so why did you make me wake up at 10
Mm-hmm.
that I could be prepared when I knew you were going to cancel, and now I've woken up for no reason because you waited to
Bro.
tell me. Just tell me. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like some people have like anxiety about like, oh, what if I hurt their feelings? But that always ends up being worse because they're like, oh, I'm just gonna wait till the like absolute last minute to be like, oh, I can't do this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it just is so annoying to me.
Before, but I don't do it often.
Yeah. It's just so fucking annoying to me because it's like they're worried about like, oh, me thinking like, I don't know, and then the end result is like me being even more annoyed because they waited too long to tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's see. I kind of wanted to ask you about like what else you've been fucking with as far as like music and stuff. Because like Vantana Row has been like I've been playing that shit like all fucking week.
Hell yeah. Who have I been hella into? Oh, I found so much new music lately that I'm loving. We talked about Trillium Angels, but that's not really that.
Yeah.
No,
That's not
someone
new.
just
You
put
already
us
know them,
on.
right?
Well, so we had another guest who came on the pod and shouted out Trillium Angels or Thrillium Angels, and fucking we looked into them, and it's really funny because like somebody who was like featured on one of the songs is this girl who I like went on a date with like 3 years ago or some shit, and I
Really?
still like we don't talk very
I
frequently or
still think
anything, but
about
like
her.
No, he does,
no, we
bro.
don't talk
He
very frequently
thinks.
at all.
You're a real thinker, bro.
I do not, but anyway, no, it
My
was just hella funny that I had like an actual connection to Thrillium Angels.
I have a real connection, guys. You just don't get the music like me, okay?
Yeah.
My favorite band of all time is Shit Kid. Do y'all listen to them?
Nah.
They're these like, I think they're Swedish. It's actually tragic because they don't make music anymore. Something crazy happened with their label, I think.
Huh.
And they haven't put anything out since like 2019 or something. It's been a few years. But they're by far my favorite band. And I thought that they got back together and I was so excited, but they were
Yeah.
just releasing like old shit. They like released one more album of like old shit that they had recorded.
Oh shit.
Which I think they approved of. I don't know. The label might have done it themselves. I'm not sure.
they are from Sweden. Huh.
They're really cool and their music videos are lit.
What's like your favorite album by them? Do you have one?
Oh God. I really like so many songs. Probably which one has my favorite stuff? Either the 2020 or the Duo Limbo one.
Okay.
I would say favorite song. I have like 3 absolute favorite songs by them. If I had to pick, the Anger Management one, 2 Motorbikes, and probably Highway
Okay.
are my top picks. Oh wait, no,
Hell
you
yeah.
should since you're ADD, you should listen to what's it fucking called? Damp Step.
For sure.
Is that a song? It's a
Yeah,
song?
Damp Step by
Okay.
them.
Okay, sick.
It's like she's like talking about like nobody likes me. And talking about like she's blaming it on her ADD. That sounds
Okay,
like that
word.
song. What that sounds like Sale. Like blame it on my ADD.
Yo. Still, bro, holy fuck. I remember when that song came out, I was like wait, was I in middle school? When the fuck did that song drop? It was Imagine Dragons or whatever, right?
It was probably middle school. No, that was AWOL Nation.
Oh, AWOL Nation. Yeah. Holy fuck. Dude, when that song dropped, I was like, bro, this shit is so hard.
I was obsessed.
Crazy.
And the
So
music video
upset.
to go along with it too. Do you remember the music video? It was like some monster thing.
Oh, I
Do
don't
you, do
remember
you
the
know what I'm
music
talking
video.
about? There was a music video, and it was like some like puppet monster type thing, like
Wait, I'm
hand
about to look
puppet.
right now.
I'm almost certain, unless I'm having like a false memory right now. Hold on.
All I see is a man carrying a microphone. I don't know.
Wait, hold up. Bro, I need to know if this is real.
His like his like little toupee is waving in the wind. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait. What song am I thinking of? There was totally
Not
wait.
this
It,
is
it was something that dropped like around the same time. This is definitely a real music video I'm thinking of.
okay, but the actual music video is so anticlimactic. Why is he singing into? He's like paranoid in his house.
Wait. Bro, this holy shit, dude. I haven't seen this music video in so long. Alright, then I was thinking of something totally different. This is insane. Dude, the song was crazy. When did this drop? 12 years ago? 2012?
I'm glad
Holy
that
shit.
music videos are sort of making a comeback. It makes such a huge difference.
Nah, for sure. I feel like music videos like were kind of lame in between
They had
like
a really
2017 or well, I don't know. I can't really pinpoint it, but I feel like you're right. Like music videos have been getting cooler. They're ramping it up again, which is sick.
they're
Because
bringing it back.
I've always had like a huge appreciation for like visual aspects of music and shit.
It takes it like so much deeper.
Yeah.
Do you listen to Jane Remover or like Girl Talk?
I've tried to listen to Jane Remover, but I feel like I just haven't been in the mood. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel you. There's been so many things people have put me onto where I've listened to the whole album and I'm like, not for me. And then they'll become my like favorite artist
Yeah.
if it
That's
hits me in the right pocket.
yeah, that totally happened to me with a bunch of shit. Damn, that happened to me with Salem. When I first heard Salem, I was like, or at least like Fires in Heaven, I was like, I don't know if I really like this that much. But then like as time went on, like over the like following months after it was released, I was like, wait, this is like so sick.
I was thinking about how I really fell off on going to shows this year.
Mm.
And next month I'm so excited. Do you know Amel and the Sniffers?
I feel like somebody showed me them, but I don't know.
That has the head person of that band is so fucking sick. Um like her vibe and her just look is very beautiful. They're
Hell yeah.
Australian. But I'm also going to the Limp Bizkit Nate No Face concert and I think that's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
This is a throwback. Dude.
That sounds sick.
I'm very excited for that. My manager at work, we basically control the music, which is so fun. We can like control the entire queue for the night. And
Yeah,
he came up to me because I played Limp Bizkit and he was like, no playing ironic music in the fucking marquee bar, Kimmie. And I was like, what do you mean? That's such a vague statement. Nothing. I've never liked anything ironically in my life. I genuinely think this is good music.
yeah.
And he was like, well, okay, well, Limp Bizkit falls under ironically good.
Dude, I don't like I me and Derek were just talking about this. I feel like everything that I like unironically. Like I actually fuck with a lot of shit like
I really
unironically.
think, I don't know if it's the autism or what, but I'm like pretty much always being completely 100% genuine. I'm never
No,
really
yeah.
being sarcastic.
No, I like 100% feel that. I definitely like socially can be kind of sarcastic or like fucking like I don't know, just kind of like memeing or like, you know, I like the ability to be like a troll online and like people not exactly knowing like what I mean. You know what I mean? But
I
like,
hold the capacity for it, but I wouldn't
yeah,
say it's not the first essence of how I'm moving.
no, yeah. For the most part, it's like almost everything I like and enjoy is because I like actually like and enjoy it. Like I don't know. I think this whole like irony poisoning thing that's like happening is like kind of fucking annoying, and I feel like it can be traced back to like I don't know, just at least in fashion, it's like Balenciaga and like shit like that, where it's like, yo, we're gonna make like the craziest thing you've ever fucking seen, and then like price it at $1 million, and like I don't know, it's this whole like I don't know. At least in terms of
Well,
like music and stuff, like even if something's like funny or like meant to be ironic, I actually really enjoy it, like unironically.
I reject that.
Yeah.
2004.
I don't know. But as far as like what I've been listening to recently,
Yeah, lay it out.
I've been hella fucking going deep into the like ambient slash just like I don't know, just stuff that sounds nice, just stuff that like tickles my brain when I listen to it, you know what I mean? um
That I think it's funny that ambient is what tickles your brain because I feel like I described like hyperpop ADHD
It
breakcore as doing that,
was.
but I guess it could be absolutely anything.
Bro.
yeah. I mean, I definitely get that vibe from that too, but it's like a different type of tickle. I don't know. It's like a soothing, like comment. It's like my brain is getting massaged.
Dolls
You
to
know what I mean?
sleep, bro.
Like, what is some of the stuff you've been?
It's like I'm like being detoxified when I like listen to some of this shit. I've been listening to like How to Disappear Completely, which is this group from like Poland, which I've been fucking with for years, but like I recently went back into because I realized they had released something like pretty recently, and I was just like, yo, this is so fucking good. Um, and also through them, I've been finding like other ambient like groups or whatever.
What is
Like fuck.
your what's your music playing modem? Like,
Uh,
are you at Apple Music or at Spotify, shorty, or neither?
well, I recently just started using Apple Music because they offered me like 2 months of free premium or whatever, and it was like I gotta peep this because it's like lossless audio or whatever, so it's like CD quality, and
Yeah, they
it
do have
sounds
cool
nice.
special features stuff on there too. I've never used Apple Music, but I know that like my friends that use sometimes they show me stuff that I can't access anywhere else, and I'm like, well, I don't like that.
Mm, yeah. I don't like Spotify. I was using YouTube Music for a while, but like I'm kind of like broke as shit, so I like stopped paying for the premium. And like the ads were pissing me off so fucking much.
The
So
most tragic thing happened to me the other day. I've always kept my college email, so like every device I have is connected to it. Like everything I've ever saved on Google Maps or on YouTube got wiped because I had to change my email, and I was like,
fuck.
this is so sad.
Oh, that sucks.
I feel like
Damn.
like people emphasized you gotta watch how you move online, everything, your digital footprint, yada yada yada. I'm like, bullshit. I've literally lost every era of my life to the internet because I was alive for the MySpace shit. All that's deleted. Like
Oh
my
no.
Facebook got deleted from with all my like old pictures from like middle school and high school. I'm like, I can't fucking access anything. I don't know what y'all are talking about. All the PCs
Damn.
I used when I was younger, all the laptops that
Damn.
died.
Yeah. That's
Like,
insane.
I mean, in some ways that's refreshing because it's like, all right,
Yeah. New chapter.
rebirth.
Yeah.
But I miss my digital footprint.
uh I feel that. I don't know. I don't back anything up. Like I have a computer like that I bought. It was the first computer I ever bought in like 2016 or whatever. And there's like tons of fucking work that I had like made like in Photoshop and like blah 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 whatever on there. And like all of a sudden it just started running hella slow because like I don't know. I think in like 2022 it like low key just stopped functioning properly. So there's just hella shit on there that I can't access. And low key, I'm just like, whatever, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
That's a I accidentally threw out my old laptop that had like all my old phones backed up on it, like all the pictures and shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was moving out hella last minute. Like our housing fell through the day rent was due. Like our lease was gonna be renewed, and they're like, okay, you got to get the fuck out. So I was just like throwing out everything, and I was like,
Mhm.
why the fuck do I have this laptop from 2015? I don't need that. And then like 2 months later, I was like, oh right. I was like, I was like low key wanting to keep that, but oh well.
That happened. That's happened to me with so many fucking things.
Wait, do you make music?
Um,
Because I feel like that
yeah.
happens to my musician friends constantly. They're like, oh well, I lost everything.
Like, yeah, I'm not a very serious musician. It's not my like main thing.
But you
But
dabble.
yeah, but I'm dabbling. I'm dabbling. I've only been doing it for like a year, but like when I was like in high school and shit, I would make a lot of stuff in like GarageBand and whatnot, like put it on SoundCloud. But
I'm just now this year, like in the last year, getting back into my SoundCloud era,
yeah,
and it is so much fun.
yeah. Looking through my old like SoundCloud likes is like kind of insane.
That's why I like, you know how Apple lets you have hella different tab groups and folders open on Safari?
Mhm.
I have like 400 or 500 tabs that are filled on there. 'Cause I refuse to ever X anything out because it's such a good timeline of like where my head's at. Like I
Yeah,
like to
yeah,
look back through and see what I was Googling like 5 years ago
yeah.
or whatever. And that actually is a huge way I've kept up with my words too. Cause I'll be like, damn, I didn't know what this meant back then either. I was still looking at that and I still don't remember what it means.
That's insane.
Judging.
um, yeah, no, I used to be like that too, but my laptop like started slowing down like crazy, so I had to keep it to a minimum because
It does
I
it
do
does
a lot
make
of
things
shit on my
lag.
laptop. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just noticed I was in the Apple Music like app, and now I just realized they have like composer, like you can sort by composers too. That's fucking fire.
Oh, we definitely don't have that on Spotify.
Yeah,
My
no, you can
favorite
look through like all the credits and shit for every album.
I really do. I mean, I don't know what the setup is like on Apple Music, but I really do like getting into Spotify holes of like like I feel really close to my friends if I go through my friend activity and cue every single thing that they're listening to and
Mhm.
then like go to all the song radios and then go to all of the like artists and then just getting into like really long rabbit holes of like the playlists that people have added this song to, really hyper focusing on like harvesting music.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm totally the same way. I like recently transitioned from YouTube Music to like Apple Music, and I have yet to like search everything that I have in YouTube Music and like switch it over and shit. Because like there's just so much shit that I've like put in there to like listen to at a later date that like I still haven't even listened to because there's just so much fucking music.
You know what drives me insane is when I'm the driver, which is often. I don't mind that. I like being the driver, but I'm
Mhm.
usually driving and my friends are playing the most fire stuff ever and I'm like looking at my display board, seeing what they're
Yeah.
playing and I'm like, "Okay, remember that, remember that, remember that."
Yeah.
And it's like so much good music that I can't and I'm trying to be present and like focus on what we're talking about, but I'm like I'm just lost the best song in the world. Like I'll never know what this
Yeah.
is. And then I'm like texting them after, what song were you playing when we drove past the mountains when we had like a mile left in our trip? They're like,
Yeah.
Kimmie, I don't fucking know. Why didn't you ask when we were in the car?
Do you have it? That's a funny thing that you like think about that, but like, do you feel like with certain albums or like a lot of shit, like do you have like nostalgia, but not like I don't know how to explain it. It's not exactly nostalgia, but it's like for me, albums have like very specific memories attached to them that like
Absolutely.
all right, because yeah, like I'll remember like the first time I heard like a certain track or like fucking I don't know, I'll have like even just like general emotions that aren't even like specifically being portrayed like in the music, like attached to it.
It's almost as deep as smell, and I can also remember
Yeah.
I can remember like the dates the albums dropped, especially because like some really a lot of albums for some reason drop on my birthday. I think it's because it's like about to be the start of summer,
Hmm.
and so I feel like I've spent so like Kanye for a while was dropping on my birthday every year, and I would spend the night alone in my room, like
That's
high,
crazy.
listening to every single track. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I like just tweeted like this morning that I was like, I can't listen to Alex Cameron without missing the Asheville Mountains and like one of my friends. Do you know who Alex Cameron is?
Um
Like a very cheeky Australian singer.
oh nah,
He
that's
dates
interesting.
who does he date? Jemima Kirk, the girl from the show Girls.
Anti
I don't
Yeah.
Australian
I don't know if you know
podcast.
who that is.
Actually,
I do not. I do not.
They bring me back to very specific times.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. I
2017
mm,
has hardcore like um like memories of a lot of artists. I feel like because that was
yeah.
such a turning point year for everyone. It seems like
Yeah. No, for sure. 2017, damn. I don't know.
like
2017 was a
I was
turning
hella
point,
listening
bro.
to
That
like
was like the first year I started like going and chilling in New York. Like that's actually crazy.
I
But wait,
don't.
hold on. Sorry. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just saying I was like heavy listening to like XXX and like all that
Yeah, facts.
all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Like Uzi popping off.
Yeah.
I guess that was more 2016, but
Yeah, with the XXL like freshman, whatever the
yeah,
fuck.
iconic lineup.
Yeah.
It hasn't hit as hard since.
No, it really hasn't. I feel like we're entering a new era though that has been on the way for some time.
Yeah, I think everyone can feel that shift.
No, 100%.
We were
I don't
getting
know.
it's probably like a push to get away from like TikTok music and shit.
Mm.
Like everyone
Yeah,
over.
yeah. TikTok has totally like ruined, not ruined permanently, but like for a sec has ruined like music culture. Like you know what I mean? Like that band like Mulchat Dolma or whatever. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
I
know
see
what
that
that
on there
is.
heavy.
like you know what I mean? Like I went to a Mulchat Dome. I went to a Mulchat Dome. They're like a Russian band. I don't know, Russian kind of goth band or whatever, like new wave shit. But I went to a concert of theirs and it's just weird. Like this like idea that's like kind of been formed through TikTok more than any other platform, I feel like, where it's like identifying with a thing for the purpose of like feeling cool, you
Turnstile.
know? Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean?
That makes sense to me.
Okay, yeah, because like, for instance, like I remember like being on Tumblr and shit, and like stuff like that, and just like, you know, you're kind of like curating like a vibe and like curating like what feels cool to you as an individual. But then like TikTok just feels like it feeds people things, and it's like a popularity contest and like all this kind of shit.
Yeah, I feel torn about all of that because, like, in one sense, like in high school, I used to get so frustrated because, which is funny because I always feel like I end up sounding like a fucking Republican boomer, like how they used to be like, we had to search so hard for our shit, like, we had to go to the
Yeah,
record store. And
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I didn't have Spotify in high school. Like, I was having to make mixtapes and
yeah,
like that. And also getting frustrated once we did have Spotify, like I hated my friends that made it feel competitive. They're like, I showed you this. Like,
It does
I'm
that
the one
all
who
the
found this
fucking
artist. Like, who
time,
fucking cares?
dude.
Let's just all
No word
enjoy.
of a lie. I mentioned one thing to someone, and
Guilty of it.
is like, "Yo, bro, I sent you that," and it's like, "Nigga, who asked? Who asked?"
Dude, my best friend does that to me all the time. He's like, I will say it immediately. I'm like, you show me a song, that song is gonna be on my Instagram stories in T-10. Like, I don't give a fuck. I have no shame.
Exactly.
Like, and I'm gonna like appreciate you for it and say that you showed me. But I like my best friend is always like, you just want to be me so bad. Like I'm all you do is just post my songs on your story. I'm like, excuse me, I show you just as much music. Don't be letting it go to your head now.
Exactly, bro.
But the
Like,
TikTok shit,
niggas think they're that nigga, bro. It's just not that. It was never that.
I got like 99 attributes. That's just one attribute. Kevin Gates says that. I love it.
Not Kevin Gates, bro.
TikTok though, I'm gonna start your car with my hand. I love that man. He is the best over under on Pitchfork ever. If you've never watched it,
Yeah, I remember when that shit dropped.
absolutely amazing. I know it dropped in like 2016, and it still
Yeah.
holds.
I
But
remember exactly where I was when I was watching that.
yeah, I've showed so many people that video. The thing about TikTok that irritates me, it would just irritate me, but I think like we were talking about on the phone the other day, how everyone's sort of like look is so homogenized, and that's not like avant-garde. Like a lot of people have noticed that because we're so internet pilled, like people speak the same way and look the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's so easy to spot genuine people who are themselves, especially in LA, because it does take like a lot of time, like alone time and like curating and like knowing yourself and knowing what you like to be able to create like an essence, you know? And it is kind of annoying to me, and I hate that it's annoying to me that when I get on TikTok and I see someone blowing like a subject up or a song up, I'm like,
Yeah. No, I totally
I
feel
don't
that.
like I
Like
don't
the
like gatekeeping
gentrification of like fucking
information.
Yeah. No, I
But at
totally
the
feel
same time, I do love it because I'm like, damn, if I had this in high school or college, I would have felt way less alone. Y'all talking about some out of pocket shit on here.
that.
I like that it generates community in that sense.
Yeah. I like that. I don't know. I like what you just said about like building an essence of like your like, process, or like not process, but like it's what you're into and like how you perceive things or whatever. And like I feel like I think of, huh?
It really is like low key some like research. Like it takes a
Yeah,
lot of like experiencing the world and like
yeah,
and also experiencing different forms of content and like pulling from it all.
yeah. No,
The pieces that you
100%.
like.
But I wanted to see if you like it. Have you ever like thought about like what, like if you had to like simplify like what makes up your like, I don't know, your view or your essence or like whatever, like how would you begin to like describe that?
Um,
And it
I
doesn't
feel
have to
like
be like specific because I feel like mine is like totally not specific.
a lot of like the essence and root of who I am is like all spawning from having that, like everyone's always like talking about their childlike wonder or whatever. I
Yeah,
feel like a lot of it is stealing back childhood and like
yeah.
really hyper focusing on play,
Hmm.
like, and just doing whatever the fuck you want, because I feel like for like and I'm sure most people feel this way, but I feel like I lived my whole life when I was younger for other people. Like I had to be the best at school, the best at sports, and I like didn't get to even think about like who I was really, because I didn't have time, because I was on such like a schedule and had so many expectations. And then I went to college for soccer and I quit after a year, and I was like, "Oh my god, I don't even know who I am. Like, who the fuck
Mm.
am I?" This was like my whole identity for so long. And I feel like spending hella years isolated in college helped me really like hyper focus on all of that and get to there. Um but yeah, I don't know. I feel that my biggest focus is just like trying trying to be hella genuine, and I don't think about it that hard at all anymore. I feel like I'm in a more of a flow state, but it probably came from all those years of being like isolated and thinking about it hella and like thinking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
nothing else. Like
yeah.
like prepared opportunity almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always describe my like eras as like a ebb and flow between like being the observer and being hyper vigilant like information collector, and then being like on the brink, and then like being in a flow state, and then it just goes in a circle like that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't be like on one at all times
No, yeah, yeah.
as much as I want to be.
I feel that. Yeah, you have to like. I feel like you have to like oscillate. You have to like fucking oscillate between different states, you know, to like stay on top
Which
of things, or at least like for me, I feel like that's how I
is
operate.
also very interesting because I feel like I am I am usually on one, and my vibe is very consistent, I would
Hmm.
say. But when I am feeling like a little bit in like a lower shadow state, or like more in a silent zone,
Hmm.
um I used to isolate myself hella because I was like, oh, I'm gonna confuse people. Like I'm not bringing the same energy that I usually do. Like nobody can be around me right now. And like as I've grown up, I feel like I've fought through that, and now like I'm like, okay, you can see all these sides of me. I'm not just like, you don't have to see like the best version of me at all times. I can still hang out with you even if I'm feeling this way. But it is
Yeah, yeah,
weird
yeah.
to like feel that way and then have people like hype you up hella, and you're like, oh, I'm not feeling that way about myself right now at all, but okay, I'm glad you see me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I definitely feel that. I feel like like I kind of I don't know. I either shift between like states like on a like bi-weekly basis, or like sometimes I like fucking the frequency gets so like high that I'm like oscillating between states like in like a period of like a couple times per day, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like
with the bipolar and the Gemini
yeah, yeah.
diagnosis.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Yeah,
cooked,
no,
bro. You're
I
cooked.
diagnosed diagnosed Gemini.
Diagnosed Gemini.
Yeah.
A
Wait, aren't
tragedy and a
you
blessing.
a Gemini? Didn't you mention that?
I'm a Gemini, hella.
Oh hell yeah, let's go. Um, I don't know, but it's just like yeah, it's funny. I don't know. I think when I think of like my essence, like what makes me like I don't know operate in the way that I do. Like it's just I feel like I try to look at things in a similar way to what you said, where it's like I'm just trying to view things as like I don't know, almost in like actually maybe this doesn't relate to what you're saying, but I was gonna say I try to view things in a way that like a kid would view something, like in a really cool, just like this thing is fucking sick. Like I'm seeing it for the first time ever. You know what I
No,
mean?
that's exactly
Like I
what I
guess
Like
that's
mean.
what you
wonder
meant.
is
Yeah,
what you're
yeah. Like I
It's
like to think that.
referring to.
kind of like being in a state of like wow or awe at everything,
Yeah, yeah,
and like
yeah,
being really into the mundane. Like one of my like, it's like a loose friend, like a friend of a friend. We're not tight or anything, but we were all roasting each other while we were out the other night.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, I would love to hear what you have to say about me. Like, I know you think I'm cringe for being
Yeah,
myself.
yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
know you think I'm annoying. Let's hear it. And he was like, well, I just think that like sometimes you make like a big deal out of nothing. Like you'll post, sometimes you're really real on your story, or like sometimes you'll be like making a, like really hyping something up that just doesn't deserve the hype. And I was like, oh, so like at a core level,
You got haters out
you're
here.
not fucking with me at a core level, because that's literally what I'm about.
I don't know. I also just get like obsessive about shit. Like I'll just like deep dive so fucking hard into something. I don't know.
So I used to get like embarrassed that I was like a stalker level attentive to detail.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh my God, like why am I remembering like every little small thing my friend said, or like going into this, yeah, like obsessive research holes
Yeah.
and like special interest holes. And then I was like, okay, maybe it's just a little bit of the tism. Maybe it's just all of those things. It doesn't need to be demonized. I think that's like a really cool attribute.
Yeah.
But I used to judge myself hard for it. I would be like, oh my God, nobody else is paying this much attention. Like, how do you turn it off?
Right. Yeah. I feel that.
I also really I feel like LA especially, I've always been this way, but I've never really like, maybe it's because I don't really care about external validation stuff. It makes me feel good and everything, but I don't really care what anyone thinks if I don't feel good about myself. But I'm
Yeah.
never really considering where I'm going with what I'm wearing. I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I just like wake up and pick something up off the floor, and I'm like, okay, this works.
I feel that.
And for some reason, I'm like, okay, people think that's cool for some reason. Perfect.
Yeah. I recently was kind of having a panic attack or whatever from like not I hadn't eaten enough
So
and
my
then
aforementioned panic attacks.
yeah, no, this is kind of related
Right
to what you
now.
said though. I was like no, I was having a panic attack like earlier this week and like I hadn't really eaten all that much either and I had like a bunch of coffee and so I was like and I had to be somewhere so like anyway, so I took like 2 of my anxiety pills to like try to chill out and feel better. But then I started getting hella drowsy, which was only like feeding into the anxiety kind of. But it was like a different type of anxiety where I was like, I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep like out here in public right now. And and fucking so I was near like a church. So I like walked into the church and I had like a shirt on that said like positive nihilist, which like is just kind of like a I don't know, I like that concept, so I printed it on a shirt.
I like.
And so like but like nihilism has its roots in like atheism, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
So
I was gonna say that was heavy. Nihilism was heavy in the college research era for me.
yeah. So like which I'm agnostic and like I don't really vibe with the atheistic like idea of nihilism, I guess. I kind of like nihilism in the sense that like nothing really matters in the end, so you don't have to worry so much, you know?
Yeah.
And so anyway, I'm like having this crazy like panic attack where I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep and like you know it's hot as fuck out and shit. So I like walk into this church and all these people in this church, I was like telling them like I'm kind of panicking, blah blah blah. I need to eat food to like balance out. Like I took anxiety medication, but it's like I took too strong of a dose, like with no food in my stomach, and I don't know. It was just funny because like I didn't think of the context of like where I was wearing the shirt and they were like all of them were looking at it and like totally being like why the fuck is this dude like in the church right now like
No,
anyway
there's so many times where I'm in public and I'm like, why is everyone staring at me? And then I'll
yeah
realize that I'm in that type of situation.
yeah yeah or just like other shit I don't know there's just stuff that I'll be wearing out I don't even dress that crazy I just like shit that feels like me you know what I mean
I thought it was
um
funny when I went back to the South. My best friend gave me a sticker on my phone that says "Get more out of life, be a faggot," and I kept finding myself flipping it over at the table.
Yeah.
And because like obviously there's a time to code switch
Yeah.
into social norms as well. But I was like, oh my God, am I being a pussy? And then I was like, no, I'm being respectful. I'm around my family. They don't need to be triggered
Yeah.
Exactly.
or question anything.
Yeah.
We don't need to be fucking pushing the boundaries at all times. Give it a rest.
Do you ever sorry, this just popped into my mind, but do you ever like hate having to explain things to people? Like say you like make a piece of art or like some shit and like somebody wants like an explanation for like how you got to that conclusion or whatever. And then
Absolutely.
you can't even like find the words because you're
There's
just basing
some
it off of like a feeling.
there's some sick Madonna meme about that. It's about like having to explain everything. I can't remember what it is, but yes, I go through modes of being so down to communicate that and sometimes being exhausted by it, especially
Yeah.
being a server. And like it's very like touching and complimentary or whatever when that people like want to talk about my personal life or whatever. But like I was saying, like it feels like a meet and greet or an interview sometimes. I swear I'll walk up to a table and they'll be like, so what's the theme? And I'm
Right.
Yeah, dude.
they're like, are you
Worst.
dressing for a theme? Like explain everything about yourself in this 5-minute interaction, even though you're clocked into work and
You don't want to
Yeah.
talk to
and
anyone.
you can't even fully be yourself and also be in a rush. I'm like, oh my God, I don't fucking know. Moving on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. I hate that shit so much. And I hate having to explain things that I've made, like, I don't know. Like,
I
I hate
don't.
having to, like, produce meaning or, like, having to, like, just,
Oh,
like,
the biggest way I feel that manifests in my life is people wanting to have meaning behind the tattoos on my body. I'm
yo,
like that's what we all face.
facts.
The
Yeah.
tatted people must face that
Yeah.
inquiry
Like,
constantly.
certain tattoos do have meaning, but, like, it's also, like, I don't really like meaning is more of like a feeling for me than like a fucking like a vocal expression or like a
Yeah,
fucking like you know what I mean? It's more of like
like
a
it evoked a feeling. There was a reason why I chose this one, but
yeah, it was just like it's just a feeling I get from something. It's not like it's something I can't always explain with fucking words, you know?
and
Um
it also, I mean, I don't run into this a lot, but then when you run into people who are like hella trad tatted,
mhm.
they're like
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't
Yeah.
like what you've got going on. Or it'll be like they're like spitting at me. They're like, yeah, people these days they just get whatever. It doesn't mean anything. Like every single one of these pieces on my arms is like meant for somebody. And I'm like, that is super cool and actually so interesting and swag. And I'm so here to hear you describe them to me. But you're also slaying me right now because
Yeah,
because you're literally talking about me
yeah. Yeah. Like
unknowingly.
it's like how Rafa has the Margaret Thatcher fucking
Rafa
like
stats are
yeah.
so lit.
Yo, it's so
The
fucking sick.
fleshlight.
Yes, dude. I love that Rafa just doesn't give a shit. Like that's the type of like energy that I fuck with, you know?
The self portrait
Yeah.
one is
Have you seen this
so
man?
good.
Yeah. That
So
shit is
good.
sick.
I was
But like,
gonna talk about him earlier when we were talking about sarcasm and irony online
yeah.
because not knowing him when he came into my house as like a sublet and
Yeah.
then meeting like him versus his online presence
Yeah.
was like such a juxtaposition. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Because I
No, I
think it's
know.
really, I feel like everyone in the last few years that I've met on the internet has, um, and maybe that's like being older and knowing yourself better, but they have not disappointed. Like they've been awesome people, and I feel like I already know them through their online presence. But
Yeah.
like when I was younger, everyone that I met that I thought was cool on the internet was the shittiest person in real life. And I was like, wait, this sucks. You seem so cool, but you're actually not cool at all.
Do you mean just like pretentious? Like just snobby, or like in what way?
Like some people would be pretentious in real life, or like I'd find out that they just like really weren't that deep, or
Oh yeah.
maybe they like just like kind of had access to cool things but didn't have like a great personality,
Yeah.
or just like seemed really like fun and chaotic online and then were kind of boring in person. I don't know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I would run into um a lot, but I think it's really funny hearing what people think of you online versus like when they meet you in person,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I feel very
Definitely feel it.
consistent.
Yeah.
I feel like super consistent, but then some people will meet me and be like, "Oh, I didn't think you were gonna be nice. Like I was scared." And I'm like, "What? You can't tell that it's tongue in cheek?
Yeah.
That's crazy."
That's so funny.
I guess
But
you don't experience that because you're a non.
yeah, to a degree. I mean, I don't really be chilling with people. I don't really hang out with people IRL. That's like more of a recent thing though. I mean, like I think the pandemic had like a huge effect on me, and also like having moved to New York and then moved back, I just
You in
was
the
like out of touch.
Bahawa.
Yeah. But like I don't know. I want to move to LA because it's where the majority of people I like talk to are, and like I
It
don't
really
know.
is
I
fun
don't know.
to meet with people after we just both said that we would like to move away sometime.
Yeah.
Dude.
um what I was gonna say one last thing about people with traditional tattoos. It's like hella funny because they'll be like, everything I have is like has so much fucking meaning. You wouldn't get it. Like you have pussy balls like tattooed on your leg. Like,
Pussy
like you
balls
know what I mean?
tattooed on your
Sometimes I don't
leg.
know. They're like trying to. I don't know. I just like was trying to think of something funny. But
Dude,
anyway, like
my biggest claim to fame is
yeah,
uh for me
yeah.
is that I got this hand tattoo.
Hmm.
I don't know if you know who Dirty Looks is. They're uh like a super fast like flash artist that I think is from Canada. They're really
Yeah,
cool. But like they get a lot of flack because people like it's very like drawing type shit.
yeah.
And it's not like meant to be serious. So they
Yeah.
like get hella flack, and I got a hand tattoo from them, and all these traditional pages were like reposting it, being like, "This is like not even cute. Like not this is irresponsible placement, and just like not even funny. Like it's not even a good tattoo." And the hand placement is horrible. Like these people have to be stopped. And it's just like a picture of my hand floating around on the internet. I was like,
That's so funny.
tell us how you feel.
Damn.
I also have a pretty shitty hand tattoo. Well, shitty to other people's like fucking standards or whatever. I don't know. I really don't like give a shit. I don't know. I hate rules. I just fucking hate rules in general.
I just don't think
um
that tattoos are that serious. They can be removed or blasted over. Like it's fine.
yeah,
Or
literally.
you'll look cool like Michelle Lamy when you're older. Like
Yeah.
they'll just
Or
all
like
bleed.
the fucking Jaden Smith quote that's like tattoos aren't permanent, like everyone dies or whatever. Like
Jaden Smith is.
My
you know
go on.
That's
yeah, what were
all I
you
have
gonna
to
say?
say about that.
Jaden Smith is
That's big, bro.
One of my
um
regulars told me that he was like an 80-year-old that drank a bottle of Chianti every day at the bar I worked at. And
yeah.
he told me that he had a tattoo on his dick that says Cosmo, and when he gets hard, it says Politan,
What? That's insane.
like Cosmopolitan. He
Yo.
was definitely joking, but I was like, I love that, and you are so out of pocket for that.
That's insane. When I was like 16, I was friends with like this older guy, and he was like, I don't know. I was just talking to him about like his tattoos or whatever. We would just smoke weed together at my friend's house, and I was like, "Yo, is there anywhere you wouldn't get a tattoo or some shit?" Because he had like face tattoos and stuff, and he was like, "Nah, bro. I even got a tattoo on my dick. I got an upside down cross on my dick. Like,
Oh my
it's you."
god.
Want to see
I was
it?
just like,
That
"Yeah,
ass.
word. You're crazy." No, bro. He was like, I was probably like 16. He was like 22 or some shit. It was just like a weird fucking. I don't know. It was funny.
I'm
I got
even
hella
here
stories
for
about all this shit.
even here for chaotic couples that tattoo each other's name on their skin. I'm like,
That's fire.
yeah, it's
I would
fine.
love
You
to
can
do
literally.
that.
I'm like, that's hilarious, and you can blast over it. It's fine.
Yeah. No, I would do that.
I don't do
I don't know.
tattoos. I was gonna get one a few weeks ago, and
First
then I
date.
was just like, nah, we're too trad, bro.
I
A
did get
girl
a.
at my
Huh.
work, I
Yeah.
noticed she had "Don't Fuck Up" on her arm, and I was like, oh, that's sick. Like, when did you get that? And she was like, oh, I actually got it on a first date, and she was like, it didn't work out. I was like, wait, that's actually lit. I love that.
That's funny. I went on a first date and got a tattoo with a girl. We
What
didn't
was
get
it?
matching tattoos or anything.
Oh, it was just the event.
No, it was yeah. I was just like, I think it was like on Tinder or some shit. She was like, "We need to get tattoos together." I was like, I want to go get tattoos. Let's do that." I think she was joking, but then she was. I was like, "Nah, for real."
Don't joke around me. I'm genuine.
Yeah, facts. But no, she got a tattoo on the inside of her lip, and I got one on my abdomen, and fucking, I don't know. Her
And hers
tattoo
is
got all
probably.
fucked. Her tattoo got all fucked up like within a week, cause
I was about
like
to say, and hers is probably gone, and yours remains, because those
yeah,
lip
mine
ones
remains.
always fade.
Cause I'm real and she's fake. Facts.
She knew. She knew
Facts.
what she was doing.
Yeah. Nah, she literally got her name or like her nickname like tattooed on the inside of her bottom lip or whatever. And it was just like,
Okay, I'm here for a little self promo.
yeah, it was cool. It was cool. But like she just I don't know. It's whatever. Anyway. I want to get more tattoos. I'm just like broke as shit. But my homie in New York just offered to give me free tattoos, and I'm like, yo, need
What
that.
is it? An artist we would know?
No. Just like a homie.
I was about to say that's what you got to do. You got to link up with them.
Yeah.
Befriend the hoes.
She's like just starting out like tattooing, but like her work is fucking sick. And she's just like I don't know, she's just like this sick designer who like moved out here from China and like I fuck with her work. I don't know. She thinks like very sincerely and just like she reminds me of like what we were talking about where it's like just like everything I like sincerely, you know?
I also feel so lucky to know or find people like that when they're just starting, and you can like already tell that they're just
Yeah.
like they already are amazing, but they're just only gonna get better, and nobody has seen their stuff yet.
Yeah. No,
Like,
I so
ooh,
feel
lucky
that.
me.
I so feel that. Oh, what the yo, I just realized we've been recording for like almost 2 hours. Yo, that's actually sick.
Ate the day away.
Yeah, nigga, it's
Hell
like
yeah.
4,
Meanwhile,
bro. Holy shit.
Derek's
Wait,
research
what the
project.
fuck? Wait a second. Wait, what time did we start? Wait,
At
we
1.
started at 1
No,
p.m.
it's
for you.
3. Wait, no. Yeah,
Oh,
that's damn near 3 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, we clocked it.
wait. Hold on. I'm confused. We started
I called
4
you at
my
1.
time? Bro, holy shit. Yo, what the fuck? It's almost been 3 hours.
Yeah, I haven't said shit, by the
Yo,
way.
we really some
Call us 83.
pro yappers.
Yeah.
D1 yappers.
D1 yapper. Yeah. Come on, get in here, bro. Let's finish off
I ain't
the
said shit. You
next
ain't let me
15
talk.
minutes.
Come on now.
Bro, you've been over here
No, I
typing, bro. You've
haven't,
been doing
bro.
some
Come on,
nerd work
dog.
over
I've been
there.
cooking, all right?
I've been hearing
Cooking up, dude.
All right.
Ain't ready for what we got to offer, all right?
All right. Hop in here, Derek. Come on,
All
get in
right.
here.
So, I mean, yeah, I've added some quips here and there. I've just been listening. Just taking it all in, dude. A beautiful 3-hour pod.
Mediator.
All right. All right, true. I low-key did not, bro. I thought we were an hour and a half in or some shit, bro. I'm like, my perception of time is insane.
I was not paying attention, but this happens to me every time I hop onto the phone, so I'm sorry. It's probably me.
No, this is me too. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, well, let's wrap things up. There's gonna be a lot of editing that we're gonna have to do for this episode for sure.
Call us Joe Biden the way we're creating jobs. We should be the president.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have to edit forever.
No, we'll have an editor.
Well, is there anything else that we have not talked about?
What are you working on? I mean, yeah, are you working on anything cool? I had that question. I don't know.
Rude.
I currently, I would say I could. I was thinking of that too before. I was like, what? I was like, I don't even have anything I can plug right now.
Ish, kid.
Besides come shop at the workout. Come shop where I work.
I will.
At
I'll pull up,
Rapstar.
dude.
That's it.
I'll get blackout there, no big deal.
Blackout on a Wednesday.
But I feel like my next focus, besides becoming an auctioneer and a taxidermy artist, is I need to get a sewing machine so that everything that I wear doesn't have to be made on the spot. Everything is just safety pinned together, very haphazardly.
It's like how the dude Austin Babbitt, aka Ass Pizza.
Yeah.
Before he would actually sew shit or whatever, he would just staple things. He would just staple fabrics together.
Yes, that's
which is kind of fire.
That's exactly the vibe.
Yeah.
And that's so much the vibe that I ended up with I went to a concert last year, and the second I got there, I lost my phone in the pit, and I was like, ugh, whatever. There's no chance of me finding that. Let me just be present. And then my fucking purse ripped off my body, and I was like, okay, well, I can still clutch onto it. Nothing's gonna stop me. I'm loving this. And then when we got to a bar afterwards, I was like, damn, my arm really hurts. Somebody must have knocked me over in soccer last night, and I didn't realize it. And I'm in front of the bartender, and I was like, oh my God, there's a mechanical pencil in my arm. No. I started pulling that. I pulled out a full sewing needle out of my arm. Starts bleeding everywhere.
That's insane.
I was like, I swear I'm not shooting up. I just got back from a concert, and people were like, oh yeah, I heard they're drugging people at concerts now. Somebody probably tried to get you. I was like, with a sewing
They
needle?
put some fentanyl on the sewing needle and
This is
stick you with it.
1000%. It was definitely just in my outfit. It was just on my shirt.
Insane.
Got by myself.
That's insane.
So yeah, shout out to buying a sewing machine so that doesn't happen. Or maybe that happens more if you if you leave the pins in there.
Yeah. Let's see. I
think that's it. I mean,
is there anything you specifically wanted to talk about, Kimmie? Did you have anything you want to mention or say before we end the episode?
I think I've said my piece. I can't think of anything.
All right, sick. Well, thanks for being on the podcast. I think it's episode 7 or whatever.